Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
It's gonna be a good episode. As you can tell for the intro, P is a little under the weather, but we gonna do our thing.
We gonna carry.
We gonna do our thing. We got
That's
trades.
that Connecticut food.
We got trades. We got draft. We got free agency. We got a lot.
We
of
got a
different
Bulls
things.
trade.
We do have a Bulls trade
Got some
early
Bulls.
My
shit.
favorite trades.
on a Saturday morning. I don't think we said shout out to them for doing it right before the podcast started.
Yeah, give us some more to talk
Give
about.
us more to talk about. But fellas, how we feeling, man? How we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm super excited for the party I'm throwing tomorrow. I think it's gonna be amazing. My girl was telling me because we're gonna put some games together just for.
Is it gonna be a rager?
Nah, not gonna be no rager.
Okay.
But I was telling my girl that like
Y'all will be mad if me and my girlfriend use y'all bathroom together. If we went in
There's
together
no
and
space
came
in
out
there.
together. I
if
know.
y'all really need to.
Huh?
Y'all really need to go ahead.
Okay.
I was telling my girl because she's kind of worried about like activities for people to do. I said for my friends, getting us together is just a good thing to do.
That's the activity, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be all right no matter what.
I'm feeling good, man. I ain't got no. I don't really have like not a single ounce of energy, but I'm here. Yeah, I haven't felt right since we ate at that hotel, Millie.
Oh,
Kind of like
man.
the Michael Jordan
Really?
that pizza. They knew
Literally.
you was coming, so they
Literally.
had to. Damn.
Yesterday when I text y'all about not coming, I'm like, man, do I have the flu? Like, I don't know. I feel better. I felt better this morning though, and I'm gonna do this, go rest up, and be ready for your shindig. So, you know it's the issue. I haven't been on the game since we got back. I haven't turned on my system on my PC since we got back because
Usually the first one on.
I ain't gonna
He
go
been
that far.
talking about some of my team a lot too.
I
So.
have. Mike usually, OKB usually beat me, but I catch your drift. So yeah. How you
I feel like
feeling,
KB
man?
not on unless we on.
I be on the
When
PC.
I
I
get
don't
on-
be gaming.
Yeah, when I get on, it always
He
say
be
he
on
on.
I guess he be on the mods now with the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, I've been playing the roguelike Pokemon game. Shit's hard, man.
I literally we saw the Switch at Target, like the display, and I was like, I low-key want this just because it looks so nice.
Bro,
Just because it looked nice, not because of the games, not because of the experience.
Yeah.
just
Anybody
the
that's
optics.
asked me about it, I said just wait, bro. Wait for more games.
Yeah, it's nothing to really play.
Like, bro, I'm playing the damn old Pokemon games. I'm not even playing Switch 2.
Why would they
games.
release the console without having more games for it to play?
It's Nintendo. They gonna
People
do
still
bought it.
2.8 million units either way. Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to think what games would Darrick play. You wouldn't sit back and play a Zelda, would you?
I've never played it. So I wouldn't
that's
know.
my
I
favorite
bought
game.
Zelda.
I can see
I've
them.
not loaded it up once.
That's my favorite game on the Switch. That'll like Grand Theft Auto. I tried to play Metal Gear Solid. It just ain't hit the same on the Switch. It really
They
did.
sold 3.5 million units in the first 4 days.
Mario Kart. Everybody plays.
Oh,
this
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
bro.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart World.
I will have Mario Kart up and running at the.
Do you need me to
function.
bring mine?
No, I have 4 controllers.
Okay, well, we lit.
Unless, I guess if you want more people,
But I guess we can have 8 people playing then.
you could.
in theory.
They said you can connect up to like 6 consoles.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it just in case. Just in case. It don't hurt to have it in the bag. So if everybody wanted to get
He
on the
just want
same.
people to know he got one too.
I
He
do,
don't want people
yeah.
to think that.
Want me to
Mike
bring my
don't.
monitor and my flat screen too?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, I seen them at the store one day, and I never seen them again.
What?
The Switch 2. They said he had 4 in.
Bro.
He said he had like 4 in stock. I should have just bought them all. on
I
some real
woke up
shit.
that day tweaking.
You gonna be a scalper?
Huh?
You gonna be a scalper all of a
Dana
sudden?
had to pick up her cousin from the airport. I was bored, so I said, I'll go with you. Then, as we're pulling up, I'm like, oh, shit, the Switch 2 dropped. And I'm like, and it was so much, I just couldn't get back home in time. But I'm like, bro, if I didn't go, I would have been able to get one for sure.
My guy KC was telling me, because I was streaming the night that it dropped, he said he was standing in line for it, and it was like 50 people in line. And I was thinking about it in the morning. I was like, you know what, let me just go try. And I went to a few stores and I found one. So
I haven't stood in line for something that dropped in so long.
last time was like probably
Like,
2K.
Yeah, it was definitely
2K16
2K.
for me.
I know people used to do it for shoes. I've never done it for shoes.
Never done it for
Well,
sure.
we was standing in line. I'm pretty sure you was there. We was at that GameStop, and
Yep.
it has to be 2K16.
That B-Dubs? Or they
No,
going by Best Buy?
Best Buy. And somebody was in line saying that Blake Griffin ain't do shit but dunk the ball, and that shit pissed me off.
That was pre-podcast too.
I remember I used to go and see y'all homie.
We had a friend that worked
D'Angelo.
up there from our school.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah.
Somebody you would never guess work with games too.
Millie, you say you doing good?
I'm great. I'm living good. How you doing?
Boy, you look like you fresh out the joint.
He really do. The
got
gray
a
on gray
outfit
with the
on.
whites at the bottom.
He the last one from the Louisiana. You did.
Hey, why you? His name is Darrick too.
Is it really?
It is. It is.
That's crazy. So you just
Derrick
incriminated
Graves or something?
Derrick Groves.
No, it's not Derrick Rose.
No, Groves.
Oh, Groves.
Groves with a G.
I'm gonna say, boy, you know damn well it ain't Derrick Rose.
I was doing okay until Lonzo got traded. Not necessarily about Zoe itself, about the mismanagement of assets. You know, the same spiel I gave last offseason when Josh Giddey was traded.
I gotta work on my basketball IQ.
You just got to be at the right place at the right time if you want a GM job.
No, I just feel like we should have seen this. Isaac Okoro is the most ever futuristic Bull. Like, how did we not notice that?
They're so weird about trading for people that have experience that also are young.
Yeah.
Right? Like Kevin Huerter's been in the league for like 100 years. He's only 26 years old. Isaac Okoro is part of the 2020 draft class, so he's got 5 years under his belt. He's only 24 years old. So they're trying to be young but also experienced, and that shit doesn't matter.
They got 2 top 5 picks now.
They got 2 top 5 picks, the 2 worst top 5 picks of that draft. We'll talk about that more. Let's get into Drop the Mic.
A new generation of Toyota drivers are here, and they want you to know one thing. You can't stop my drive. Toyota, let's go places.
Today's Drop the Mic presented by Toyota. If you could give a player his prime back for this season, who would it be?
Who would benefit the most is an interesting
I think that's the
question.
best way.
If I would give him
So-
their prime back,
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
I was thinking him, but also I was thinking like Steph with Jimmy and Draymond.
Austin.
Also, prime LeBron with Luka would be insane. Obviously, LeBron's a cheat code. If you give him his prime, they probably dominate the league. But
KB, you know who I was thinking? It's about benefit the most. Chris Paul might be up there.
Depends on what team he's on.
Oh,
Disregard the money and all that just stuff. But yeah, I
also,
agree.
since Lonzo would be great with the Cavs.
What do you consider
I like the
prime
role
Lonzo?
player.
Those first few games, those first 25 games of the Bulls.
Yeah,
I like the role
that's a
player
good-
answers too.
That's a good guess. I mean, he's shooting like 43% from 3.
Yeah, and he was locking down defensively.
Locking up.
The
What if
Cavs would be.
That's funny that your prime can be like just 23 games. But
Brook
yeah.
Lopez from like 5 years ago. I'm not even gonna say like all.
You keep naming free agents. That don't impact the league right now because we don't know where he's at.
Yeah, he would. I mean, I guess that would now pigeonhole the Bucks to where they would now have to try.
But let's assume that they don't know.
Yeah.
Right? He signed to a team like, damn, this looked like 2019 Brook Lopez. This looked like 2008 Chris Paul. I mean, I think if prime Kyrie, so that means we heal up his ACL and he's with the Dallas Mavericks, that could be pretty fun. That could be pretty fun.
I
Prime
like
Anthony
that.
Davis with the young Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, no, that could be
Yeah.
dope.
I mean, damn. Unfortunately, Chris Paul's. Yeah, we don't know where Chris Paul's going to end up.
What you gonna say?
I was going to say him with the Spurs, but he's not probably not going to be there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see prime Chris Paul with the Spurs anyway.
Who would you
No?
want to see?
De'Aaron Fox,
Oh, true.
Castle,
Yeah.
Harper.
All those guys are tradable if you got prime Chris Paul.
But again, they don't
His
know.
ass.
They don't know.
His ass tradable.
Yeah, because he's going to eat up 36 to 37 minutes a night and always going to have the ball, too.
Don't
Who needs a
disrespect my
point guard
goat.
the most?
The Kings.
Don't send my goat to Sacramento.
Hey,
It's
he
close-
can make
it's
them
close-
popping a little bit.
It's close to Los Angeles.
You know they was talking about they needed a point guard. You got one of the point guards.
Not one of the point.
The-
Only one person has the nickname, and it's him.
I can name some people that's better.
So they don't got the nickname.
You right.
Ben Simmons.
Where is
A free
he even
agent.
going?
Yeah, y'all know
Yeah, he is a free agent, yeah.
Ben
I
Simmons, they would have won that series if we got prime Ben Simmons.
Oh, hell yeah.
Even if he still only played 12 minutes a game, they'd be a good 12 minutes.
That would be, him in his prime playing 12 minutes would be crazy.
It's a good question.
Prime
though.
Ben Simmons is a monster. I got to go watch those highlights.
And Dame with
Man,
the Bucks.
remember he almost got a DPOY too.
Yeah, he was second, right?
Yep, to
Second or
Rudy.
third.
Second to Rudy.
I feel like the whole league probably feel like they got robbed from multiple DPOI players. DPOI awards just because Rudy just won 4.
Who else other than Ben and Draymond? Draymond's pretty.
Draymond. That
He's
was
pretty
probably the
vocal
only
about
two.
it.
Those
Yeah.
are probably the two. Draymond probably feels it the most.
Have you ever had a year where you felt like Draymond deserved it over Rudy? Obviously, Draymond's a better defender overall.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember.
But a year-by-year basis.
But I definitely would say some of those years, Drake, I wouldn't have been mad if Drake won it.
Sure. It's fair.
He had them regular season stats, man. Like, it didn't always become really the biggest question until the playoffs came.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking the other day? And I forgot to mention
what
this
was
on
you
my
thinking
I
the
was
other day?
thinking.
Sometimes I'm driving and my phone won't connect to the Bluetooth, so I'm just sitting in silence. And that's when I think.
Oh.
But that's
Crazy.
just the worst.
That's when you
just
talk to yourself.
That's just, no, that's
Well,
the
I think it
worst.
is talking to yourself when you think about
I ain't think about that.
it. All right, just hear me out.
I'm listening.
Tyrese Haliburton is my new Rudy Gobert. In a sense that he's going to have many games where he does not have 30 or 25 or even 20. Well, I'm going to have to come out to the internet in the world and say, no, that is a good game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for 7 years I defended Rudy Gobert and they say, look at this. He got no hands and he don't do this, he don't do that. And I'm like, bro, but watch the game. Look at the numbers. When he is on the court, the team is dramatically better defensively. I feel the same thing about Reese.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm going to have to defend Reese because he's been in the finals now and he just did what he did in the finals. But I suspect that 3 years down the line, the conversation might shift and I'm going to have to be the guy to be like, they have a 128 offensive rating with him on and a 102 when he's
I
off.
don't know. Rudy is
And Hall of Famer? Yeah, I agree.
different. Tyrese don't do shit like Rudy.
I think optically their impacts may not be seen, but it's obviously so great. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
I
once
think
he-
it's more of a stretch for Rudy. His impact literally can't be seen in a box score or nothing.
Mhm.
Where you can look and Tyrese Haliburton can have 9,
Mhm.
6, and
But
13.
even sometimes when he got 9, 4, and 4, he was like, damn, obviously he didn't shoot the ball
That's
well.
way rare. Than like Rudy can do his thing defensively without having 4 blocks.
Sure.
Mhm.
But you see him drop the ball, he's not scoring, and then that's when everybody have the outrage. Or you see Terrence Mann,
Because I think some of that
36 points.
Even
not his fault.
even when he does have games that are really good defensively, sometimes those couple plays that he messes up on, those be so glaring that again, that's where he be getting really scrutinized on, even if he has those good games.
But even with Tyrese, the reason I'm putting it like paralleling it is that like even in the game where they win and he had 15 points, the conversation was like he need to be more aggressive. When it's like his aggression is different than him taking 12 more shots at times.
Yeah,
For sure. But he did need to be more aggressive. They
Sure.
are factually better when he has shown that he's more aggressive. I just think that Rudy is in his own little bubble.
Yeah, and part of that is what you said about him. I think Tyrese having the moments and just moments in the playoffs in general will give him a little
Yeah,
bit
he
more
went.
benefit.
Yeah, like you said, he went to the finals.
But Rudy did hit that turnaround jump shot. That's the same as 4 game winners in one playoff
Has
run.
Rudy ever been the best player on his team?
No.
I don't
No.
think we've ever called him that.
No.
I did once, but I take it back.
I think Tyrese
Was it
Haliburton
the-
is
it was with
clear
Don,
cut.
right?
It was his last year in Utah.
Yeah, I think Tyrese Haliburton is clear cut best player. You have moments where Pascal Siakam looks like that, but I don't think you're going to have to argue as much.
Hope not.
Yeah. I think everybody understands how good Tyrese is.
I talked to him 2 days ago.
Same.
And
But I talked to him on Discord.
we were talking about the
I'm just
future
messing with
of the NBA.
The future of the NBA.
Yeah, and I was saying, like, I got to hype up Noah Sengate because he's a Bull now. He's got 0 games played. He's got to be the next Giannis, obviously. And I was like, give him 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Give him 2 years. We'll be all right. He'd be like, I'll be ready in 2 years. And it hit my heart. I'm like, damn, you are not playing next season. You know what I mean?
So it is 2 years.
I don't know if it's full 2 years, but like, it
I'll-
is.
It was
Always-
literally at the tail end of the season.
I always look
Yeah,
at it
you know
as
what I'm
1 year, but damn.
1 season, but back in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by that time, Sengate might be like runner for DPOY or something. I'm not sure.
saying? Yeah.
I hope so for y'all.
Him and Isaac Okoro now defensive.
So
Woo!
that means Modest Buzelis is Patrick Williams, huh?
No. You act like we can't be Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and
You say Giannis. You can't beat Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown
well, we could. The Bucks never gave him his Jaylen Brown.
because you can't have one.
Yes, you can.
Not if you're Giannis.
Yes, you can.
You got to be Khris Middleton.
Nah.
Yeah, you could be Jaylen Brown when next to Giannis.
Yeah, of course.
You got to be Khris Middleton.
Jaylen Brown is, Jaylen Brown's like Khris Middleton on steroids a little bit.
No,
I
the
don't
fuck
see
he-
that at
no,
all.
the fuck he is not.
I just think he's like an elevated version of what Chris.
No, he's not. Not in the slightest.
I was thinking to myself, who's
Wait,
this?
time out. How? What about their games make them anything?
I think they're great at playing off of their star player, but they also can have the skill set of being a number one option on most nights. I just think Jaylen Brown
Khris
does it at a
Middleton-
higher level.
So you're saying role, not
Yeah.
their actual play style.
You
Yeah.
think Khris Middleton is the number one option on most nights?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You
I
just
said
said they
that
both
some
can
night-
play off their guy,
But some
play
nights
like a number one option on most nights.
they can. Like they can. Did I say most nights? I meant to say that some nights they can play like a true number one option.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of guys around the NBA that could play on some nights be the number one option. I mean, I know Christian ain't know, but Corey Brewer had a 50-point game.
That's
He had to look that shit up. We told us to stop, bro.
OG Anunoby has looked like a number one option for the Knicks in certain games, but
I was thinking to myself earlier though, like, I'm gonna say this generation, even though he's still playing, but like, who's that Khris Middleton? Somebody who's not super exciting, but damn,
Devin
his ass
Vassell.
getting his Devin Vassell.
Not even close.
I think Devin Vassell.
Devin Vassell got to take
two
2 steps to beat Khris Middleton.
Oh, you want them to have the same exact numbers, or you talking about the style of play?
I'm talking about style of play. Like
Devin
they are not
Vassell.
exciting, but they getting that shit.
Don't
done.
forget, it took Khris Middleton a long time to
Sure.
become Khris Middleton.
Sure.
Don't forget that. Please don't forget that. But game by game, which is what I was saying to you with the Jaylen Brown, I'm comparing the games.
yeah.
A role of being next to a star, sure.
I don't know, because I've never subscribed to that idea
What?
that Khris Middleton was boring to watch. We had that argument in 2018. Remember that? That was before we had cameras on the podcast.
Yeah, that wasn't no like actual debate. That was just us.
It was
Really.
preference. It was preference.
I think that shit was a fact. I think Khris Middleton is a hell of a basketball player.
Well, you said it perfectly back then. When you go into YouTube and you typing in them highlights, I don't think Khris Middleton is one of the players that just
I agree.
that's popular.
That boy was clean. I don't know,
Unless
man.
it's
I
some-
feel like I
unless
can
you
look
looking
up
up
some
them
Khris Middleton
highlights.
highlights.
Well,
From some of the playoff series
I
that
think
he
now
won.
you would have it because they have the moments of people going back and looking at the finals run. But when
Right.
I said it, there wasn't no
It
finals
was like
run.
2018, 2019.
That was way before a finals run. But
Yeah, I was comparing Zach LaVine.
because he's an exciting player, but at the time, the production level leaned, I think, a little bit more to Khris Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I never understand the reception of that conversation. Me as my own basketball player, I don't feel like I'm a highlight reel when I play, but I think I'm a damn good basketball player. I don't think there's anything wrong. It's a lot of guys who can give you a crazy mixtape that ain't on shit. How many guys in the NBA are just like athletic and they probably could give you a 3 to 4 minute season reel?
Jalen Green probably got one of the craziest highlight tapes you could probably like, just straight highlights.
Right.
But I mean, his value around the league. I mean, he just got traded. Like he was just the main.
That's a
trophy.
great example. I think there's a lot of guys that y'all would probably prefer game-wise over Jalen Green, but I don't think their highlight mix would be more exciting to watch.
Jeff Green's got one of the best highlight reels of all time.
Bro, did you? I sent the
you'll
clip
put
to Christian. I sent the clip
posters.
to Christian, and it was like, guess this player, and it looks like it's just LeBron. It's Cavaliers. He's blocking shots. He's dunking on people. Everybody's saying LeBron.
It's with the Cavs. It's just
with the
okay.
Cavs. It's Jeff Green.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Green. I might put the thing back in here, but it's such a crazy to see because again, it says like hard mode or whatever, and you swear it's LeBron. It's Jeff effing Green.
Yeah,
doing
Jeff
all
Green
this
missed
shit.
an entire season because of heart surgery and then came back and was still nice with it. He got traded
Are
for
you doing that
Kendrick
clip
Perkins.
that was on? There's no way that wasn't LeBron.
See,
You seen
even he
it?
fell for it.
You seen it?
Yeah.
That was Jeff Green.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but
That was Jeff Green.
I hope-
you thought it was Bron?
I hope.
Oh, maybe we looking at different clips.
I hope so. I hope so.
I didn't know that. I don't know.
See, I please send it. I want
It
to see
says,
it.
'cause
oh,
there's
it
no-
says guess this player is super easy. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
The super easy.
But now
put it
I
in the
know.
Twitter chat.
Now I know it's Jeff Green. But I want to see if I didn't know it was Jeff
Bro,
Green.
he had a
He
play
had a
where
chase down block.
Glasses something. But they show it again where it's Jeff Green making all those plays though. You
Okay.
ain't watched the whole clip, D Mills.
Oh,
He just
I can
assumed it was
tell
LeBron.
this is not LeBron based on the mannerisms, but obviously the clips. If you didn't think about the mannerism, these chase down blocks, these dunks, I can see this being.
I see what you mean.
I can see you falling for this being
I see what
LeBron.
you mean. Nah, yeah. I ain't mad at you, D Millie.
Yeah, the way he running ain't Bron, but I can see it.
I thought it was a video of Jeff Green, and I was
No.
looking at it
No,
like,
they
man,
blacked it out. You know how to be doing like
Yeah.
the jump shots and stuff.
it's blacked out, y'all. So in that context,
How long did Jeff Green
ain't
play
wrong.
for the Cavs? 40 games?
no, he played like a couple seasons.
Did he really?
I don't know, but watching them highlights,
went to
he
the
thought he was
finals
an
with them.
all-star.
I know. That's the only year I
Yeah,
remember.
What was that, the George?
No,
year?
he only played 1 year.
That was the only year.
Yep.
I thought he played multiple years.
Yep,
with
just
them.
1 year.
I
He
like
got
that.
enough to look like Bron. Enough highlights in that one season. To
I
look
like that
Bron.
team. Jalen Green is probably more exciting than Desmond Bain, but
Yeah.
we'll all probably take Desmond Bain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Desmond Bain
Yeah.
and Khris Middleton?
No, I don't think. No.
I think the
Height-wise,
3-point
obviously.
the 3-point bombs. I think giving them a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a
Khris
tough
Middleton's
thing.
more
I don't know
like
I don't know how many mid-range monsters are gonna come into the league that are complimentary. They just don't let you.
It's Bryce Sensabaugh next.
That Michelle was a really good answer.
They don't let you really get to your dig. Bryce Sensabaugh got a drop on a podcast. Shout out to Bryce Sensabaugh.
It's Utah Day, if you ain't know.
I didn't see that wrinkle there.
Roger
Hey,
Bell.
you want to know something crazy?
What's that?
My level of fandom, I hated this guy. I hated him.
You didn't like as a rookie, he came in and ended up being in the NBA Finals and having a good
hated
game?
him because he got into it with Kobe.
No,
Y'all
I
don't remember they
was
went
about to
back
say
and
that.
forth, and Kobe went on the interview and like, man, maybe he ain't get hugged enough as a kid. I don't know what's his obsession with me is. Maybe his family didn't give him enough love. But Raja Bell then went to the but I ended up liking him because he was on the Suns. But Raja Bell used to get to it, man.
Yeah, Raja Bell was like off the streets and got signed like a couple days before the playoffs for the 76ers as a true rookie, and then ended up playing for the 76ers in that run when they went to the finals against Kobe and Shaq.
You know,
It's a cool ass story.
what college you went to? He went to a bizarre ass
Oh
college.
boy,
He went.
New
You're not
Mexico.
gonna get
nah, because we're talking about the year of '99.
I think he went to like Florida International or some shit like that. Some shit I had never heard of prior to him.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of texts and messages from people about this Bulls trade. So let's get back into it. Lonzo Ball
We get straight.
for Isaac Okoro. I just want to say my piece.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Lonzo Ball, first of all. Going to the Cavaliers is going to be great. A healthy Lonzo Ball is a winning player. And I'm happy to see him go to a team that is trying to win a championship next season. Me and Pete, when it happened, Pete was like, oh, that mean that Ty Jerome, the little questions that we had about whether Ty Jerome could come back or not are probably gone because now they have a new backup point guard. The Bulls got offered a first-round pick for Lonzo Ball at the trade deadline. They said no. The Bulls got offered a first-round pick that is the best swap between the Pelicans and the Bucks next season, and they said no. The trade that ended up being Darrick Queen that the Atlanta Hawks accepted, the Bulls got offered that exact same trade and said, no, we don't want that. They just do a very poor job of managing draft capital and looking at draft capital as a plus, right? And listen, Lonzo Ball didn't play a ton last season. Hell, he missed 2 years in a row. I can't even act like, now in what month are we in? June, that he was worth the first. But the fact that somebody did offer a first in February pisses me off, and we turned it down. And that pick ended up being, I think, Will Riley, right? So it wasn't like it was a great first-round pick, but fuck it. We a team that's rebuilding. Take the swing. Take the swing. And the reason they didn't accept that trade is because they didn't want Marcus Smart, which is like, if you're not competing for anything, having Marcus Smart on your roster for your young guys is probably better than not.
Look at the Wizards.
The Wizards are trying to do it well. So
I think there's value if you're bad, just absorbing sometimes a bad contract to take on draft capital.
not for them, because they swear we're going to be buyers in 2026.
Yeah, I just think they okay with being mediocre, and I just think you either gotta
Taking on Marcus Smart will help you be a buyer.
They're not
wouldn't
okay with being. They're like
And you would think so.
they
I don't know.
obsessed with being mediocre. Like they just won't bottom out or like be a team that just accepts their fate. They always feel like they have to somehow feel like we can still compete and get that damn 10th seed. Like that's what pisses me off.
I just don't even see the value in it. You're never gonna get a great draft pick, but you're probably gonna not either make the playoffs or you're gonna get your ass clapped in the first round.
The worst thing that happened to the Bulls is them flattening the odds because they like, oh, the 76ers jumped. Oh, the Spurs jumped. Oh, the Mavericks jumped. It could be our year next year. And that's a jackass way to really think about it. Those guys got extended, by the way. So they're
I
going
was
to be
just
Yeah,
about
they
to say
did.
they're
get
going to be
used
running
to
our
it.
team for some time. So get ready for that. Shout out Lonzo Ball.
Not
Welcome
even
Isaac
second rounder,
Okoro.
though.
Not even no second rounders, no. But welcome Isaac Okoro.
Give me y'all opinions on Isaac Okoro as the Bulls fans.
I mean, I just think he's gonna bring the defense, but other than that, I'm not really that excited about it.
What else he gonna bring, KB, with his defense?
I can't wait for Josh Giddey to swing him that ball to the corner. Hey, it's gonna be hilarious, man.
Oh man.
In the 2020 draft class, in the top 7 picks, there were 3 misses. Do y'all know those 3 misses?
Pat Will,
At 4,
Oh,
Isaac Okoro.
at 5. And number 7 was Killian Hayes.
He was. Yep.
So get ready to play for the Bulls this season, buddy, because we're obviously acquiring every single guy
Hayes.
that wasn't very good from
Y'all getting
20.
You
top
can't
10
blame
picks,
the
baby.
Bulls then. If it's that many misses, I mean, damn. Now, when you have a bunch of hits and then that one miss, then it's like, come on, motherfucker.
They don't even get credit for last year's draft, by the way.
Because he just failed.
He
to
just
him.
failed
But
to
yeah.
him.
He
They
had a
had
bad,
no
he had a
idea
bad
he was-
shooting year, and he just failed to you.
All right, where do y'all want to go? To the draft? We just did get back from Bristol where we did a draft show. Shout out to Brian Windhorst and the production team on that end. It was a super fun time.
That was actually
on-
so crazy being at that desk. And
Oh, yeah.
it literally, like, for what you see on TV, it's literally like we were experiencing it live. And it was like, damn.
I will say at pick 18, I lost all my energy.
Yeah.
And it was about getting through the rest of the draft. And I'm like, damn, we still got so many picks left.
I also want to
I
say,
think mine's happened around 25.
That's why I was annoyed with some of our people that watched. Because I kept seeing them, like, I'm talking about our real day ones. They kept trying to nitpick at Brian Windhorst. I'm like, bro, none of us are like, he's letting us rock out, number one. And then number 2, is what do you want him to do at the 24th pick? He
Yeah.
said numerous times, like, man, I don't know who this dude. He said that at the 9th pick.
That's how I was telling my stream about that experience too. Is like, Wendy was amazing. Like, he was just a cool person.
I actually think it was your burner account that was talking the most about him. So shut the fuck up.
I thought he was insightful.
Yeah, I think
He would sometimes tell you what this made.
Well, it was our show with him as a guest.
Yeah.
And he popped in when he saw fit.
Yeah.
And off camera, he was amazing. He gave us a whole tour. He was incredible.
He had also did 2 shows that morning in
Yeah,
New York.
he had been busy all
Right.
And
day.
drove all the way to Bristol. So I thought my energy was low. I'm sure his was even worse because he had been working all damn
then
day.
he had to go back.
Yeah, he was back in New York the next morning.
So yeah, ease up on my boy, man.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was cool.
definitely kind of curious as to how we was all gonna mesh in jail. I'm like, we might annoy Brian Windhorst. I ain't gonna lie, we do a lot of joking and playing, but he was cool.
I feel like we didn't joke and play enough as I look back on it. There's a couple good moments for sure.
Yeah.
You saying you need every inch or some shit like that. That was a great moment.
I didn't realize that I recreated the Shaq thing. Everybody started. I'm like, yeah, you was crazy for that.
But no, Wendy was great because when we first met him, we introduced ourselves. He said, y'all want a tour? Like, he didn't have to give us a tour of the facility. He walked us through both buildings and let us, or told us, like, get a picture right there. Get a picture right there. You want to, so he was amazing.
And I'm grateful for that because when we had got back,
Where them pictures at?
I kind of sat and dwelled and thought about it. And we get so caught up in work because we was just ready to go and get this shit done that, like, and without him, we wouldn't have got that tour. But that tour allowed me to, like, take it all in to be like, damn, this is, like, I used to really watch those sets he was showing us. I remember, like, watching that every single morning before school, running out to the school bus. And I don't think at those times in my life I ever, like, pictured myself being on the set. I was even asking little kid questions like, hey, man, what them stairs lead to? Because all my life I felt like them stairs ain't really lead to shit. Do they lead to anything?
And I liked how he just said nothing.
Nah,
nothing.
nah,
They
man.
don't go
Nah.
to nothing.
The food was decent.
Oh yeah, that cheeseburger.
Didn't look like nothing. But, boy, I bit into that motherfucker and it bit me back.
Hey, I don't think you heard him, but when we was doing like all the makeup stuff, females definitely was like, you think you could ball my hair for me real quick?
Oh my God. I didn't expect you to ask that. And I also didn't expect her to be like, yeah, we got somebody for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's hair and makeup.
You're not
It's
wrong.
hair.
I never really internalized it as hair and makeup.
What if she
Yeah.
looked at you and said, what you want me to cut?
Yeah, I didn't even really see the stubble until you kind of pointed it out.
Yeah, same.
Dang.
I don't
Yeah.
think it popped up on camera either. So
Yeah,
It's
he-
more so just me feeling it.
He
Like I
made
can
sure we
feel
got
it.
makeup. Shout out to Windhorst, man.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's
Wendy,
great.
Wendy was that boy.
You know what it reminded me of, what you just said, to like take it all in? It's like Masai Ujiri said that when they won the championship, he didn't really get to like celebrate it because he was thinking about the next thing. He was thinking about everything else.
Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard. And that's what it reminded me of. Like every time we do something pretty amazing considering where we came from, it's hard for me to really think about it as that because I'm always like, okay, this is cool, but now we got to move on to the next thing. And it was cool to like on that flight home because I did not get to sleep well.
Same.
Just think about like, damn, we really just did something
Just
pretty
reminding me about that damn flight, man.
I'm glad we didn't sleep because we would have woke up and saw our flight was canceled,
cool. Yeah,
and you would have been gone
I would
already.
have been. Me and Austin
And-
was deuces regardless.
And then I don't know how hard it would have been for us to make it to that flight
You definitely KO'd on that flight, though. I looked at you. You was mouth open, hair up. I damn near took a picture of you, but I ain't want to do that to you.
I just imagine a Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't remember anything from that flight.
That's good there. You got good sleep.
My boy Mike be sitting in row 49.
I was
Middle
sitting in,
seat.
I was in 11 or something like that, maybe a
Okay.
little bit more. But it kind of made me mad when I got to my seat. I love getting the window seat. Like, that's my thing. Somebody's sitting in my seat, and I'm like, yo, like, there's my seat. He talking about, oh, this not C right here? When the hell does when does a window seat ever start with C? Like, he thinking it goes CBA.
Goofy.
Right.
I'd been like,
He was playing around with you because he knew what he was doing. He just hoped that you didn't care.
No, let me take this aisle seat.
C, D.
I had so much room on that flight
Hey, the
back.
aisle seat is actually amazing. I love an
I
aisle
love a
seat.
window seat, man.
I don't like the aisle seats. My shoulder's too big. So like when they walk
So what the fuck you think you're doing to the person in the middle? If your arm,
well, no, I don't like sitting in the middle. I like sitting in the window.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing to the person in the middle? If your shoulder is too big for space, when you have a person sitting next to you,
Because like usually if I'm sitting in the window, I'm usually leaning against the window.
hey, don't do that to the plane I'm on. Cause all that fucking turbulence.
Did y'all see our pilot came out and was like talking to people in the cabin?
No. I didn't see
He
that.
said, "I put this bitch on cruise control."
Bro, I was in 2. So he
Y'all
came
for real
out,
didn't see that?
No.
Bro, he put music on and he like, go on, do it, man.
he came out to talk to the person behind me with an iPad. Like, what could you possibly like? I did like do like this to try to hear what he was saying. I couldn't really make out. I'm like, bro, you are the actual captain. It wasn't like the co-pilot. You are the captain.
Well,
of
the
this
co-pilot can fly the plane.
I'm aware, but like, it is just funny optically to be like, wake up from a nap or close your eyes and look over, and the pilot is right next to you talking to somebody.
Hey, he like, hey, I watch y'all show.
Terrence
What
said,
y'all think about Jaeger and Tim?
Terrence said one of his homies, I think, is a pilot.
Yes, he did.
And he said that his homie said they don't be doing
Yeah,
shit.
once they get over 10,000 feet, they don't do anything but sit and just make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, shout out to technology. Draft though. Let's talk about it through some superlatives because we're a couple days behind the draft now.
Yep.
I'm sure everybody's done their coverage and everything. So we wanted to get very specific with it. So my first question to y'all, what was the best draft day trade?
For me, it was probably the Hawks taking on that unprotected first-round pick for next year. I thought that was just such a steal.
In real time, I didn't like internalize what had happened.
Yeah.
But after the draft, when we got back to the
Same.
hotel, I looked at them like, no way they just gave up a first-round pick that's either theirs or the Bucks. Two
That's
teams that are kind of,
Yeah. And it's like the Pelicans aren't guaranteed to be good.
if
Like,
anything, they might be guaranteed to
be
be
bad.
average to bad.
Yeah. So like why wouldn't you just want to keep your pick?
Joe
Like-
Dumars already doing some shit because he gave up the Indiana Pacer first-round pick that we mentioned
Yeah,
like right
back to them.
before Tyrese went down with his injury. It was so like I think I just want to give more credit to the Atlanta Hawks for saying yes, considering
Yeah.
Joe Dumars said he had that conversation with everybody between 8 and 13. So every other GM was like, "Nah, we don't want to trade out. No, we don't want to trade out." And the Atlanta Hawks was like, "For real?"
Yeah.
And they still got the guy that they wanted to get at 23. So I thought that was amazing for the Hawks. And that team, look, I don't know, man.
I like what the Dogs did.
I love what the Hawks did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Kings for me to go and trade and get Nic Clifford. I just think the Sacramento Kings are one of the teams that's in the weirdest places in the NBA, and finding a player like him in the draft, just something solid, something concrete that you know what you're kind of getting. I like it, especially pairing with Devin Carter last year. I think these are guys that when the time comes and you do figure out what you want on your team, then these guys are gonna be ready to go. Like I think they can kind of help.
You heard they
out.
made Devin Carter available?
Yeah, they make everybody available nowadays, though.
Yeah.
But I just like the pick for them. Like I said, they're in a weird place. The more solid you get, I think they'll be okay.
I like the
man.
Suns. They got Mark Williams. Then they took some of the other shit. Got Rasheer Fleming,
Yep.
Kobe Brea. They had a really, really, really good draft, man. They're going to have some size, some athleticism, some solid guys that can be complimentary, and I think they needed that. They've lacked that for a while. So I love how the Suns and the Hawks are moving, man. They are moving quite different. I also love the draft. I can't remember if they made trades or not, but I thought the Hornets did a good job.
I thought they were amazing,
Con
man.
I'm
Knipple,
claiming the
Ryan
Hawks
Kalkbrenner,
as my East team this
and Liam
season.
McNeely.
Ooh,
You sound like me and KB for the last
said
2
just-
years.
right?
Wait, what you say?
I'm claiming the Hawks as my East team. But last year, I really started liking the Hawks, especially with Jalen Johnson. I'm liking some of these other teams with their defensive kind of identity, and they were really building that last season with Trae Young. I think if you could build a defensive identity with an offensive engine guy like Trae Young,
Dyson Daniels was the head of that.
I think you're on a good path. So
They got a
based
little
on today, you
bread.
think that they could be top 6, like avoid the play-in completely?
yeah,
I think so too.
I think so too.
I think they're going to have a high chance against Ty Jerome.
I do too.
And I like the Kristaps trade because it didn't cost anything.
Yes.
Gave up Terrence Mann.
Because even if it doesn't work out, it's like, Terrence Mann, who's a bad contract, and pick 22, right?
Yeah.
Is that the pick that they gave him?
I don't think they sweat
No.
him.
Yeah. All right, who was your favorite draft pick?
Just like pick in general. For me, it's probably Carter Bryant easily. Carter Bryant going to the Spurs. Thought that was a perfect fit. He kind of just fell down a little bit, and honestly, I just love seeing guys that I like go to a place with structure. And San Antonio's been nothing but a place with structure, and they know how to develop talent. And I also think he's surrounded by pieces that don't force him to do too much. So like shot creation may not be his expertise right now, but he's surrounded by shot creators. So now he just gets to play his game comfortably and develop everything else later.
I'm mad at that.
I like the Wizards getting Trae Johnson personally. I think they've built a lot of upside defensively with their last few draft picks, and to be able to go get a bucket like him, 3-level scorer, I think it just fits everything what they're doing. And I think he's going to be really, really good over there. And I also like I had another one I was thinking about. I just forgot. I'm sorry.
Pick 12.
They also took
I
Will Riley.
ain't against it. Yeah, they took Will Riley.
Yeah, I like the Will Riley
They
pick
took
too.
somebody else too.
Yeah, I like their second.
Jameer Watkins. I like him a lot.
I was thinking someone else.
Why you say all like that?
Because that was not who I was thinking about at all.
He said, "Oh,
Yeah, trade to the Wizards is one of mine, and then I'm gonna also say,
I like Jace Richardson to the Magic." I
literally,
kept mocking
Oh,
that.
yes, that's so
that
amazing.
felt like a glove. I mocked that when I thought they was going to be drafting earlier.
My favorite pick was Cedric Howard going to the Memphis Grizzlies. There's going to be opportunity for him to play immediately. Already got infrastructure, obviously, not going to be asked to do too much. And that 6-game sample size, man, really got me believing in him. So we'll see if that was big enough against not so great competition. All right, least favorite draft pick, because everybody ain't hit. So call it out right now. Who do you think didn't hit on their pick?
For me, probably Brooklyn taking Jaeger Dimon. I thought that he was someone they could have got later. And they also, I just think they overlapped talent there when they drafted 2 point guards. They
Two?
drafted two
I
guys.
think they
well,
drafted 4.
Yeah.
No, 3, I guess.
Yeah, they drafted at least 2 guys that are like literally just pure playmakers.
Yeah, it was Nolan, Ben, and Jaeger. Those are the 3-point guards they
So
drafted.
I'm just like, those are like overlapping talents. They all kind of do the same thing.
Jaeger Dimon got size, though. And in today's NBA, he could play all over. And,
he got the right mindset, too, based on that first interview.
Ben Serif is a combo guard, so. And it was a position of need. Who was their point guard?
Yeah, they didn't really have one.
Yeah, that was a strong position of need.
was
I mean,
D'Lo,
that's not me. That's not me
D'Lo and
hyping up their
Schroeder.
draft,
Yeah.
though, by any means. But
I'm gonna say, and it's crazy because I could have seen it coming, but Jeremiah Fears in the Pelicans. I just think it's gonna be a little hard for him to develop with all those guys.
Yeah, I also don't.
I kind of agree, Mike.
I
I,
don't like
love
the
the talent
Pelicans.
in Jeremiah Fears. I don't know if I wanted him on the Pelicans. I want him on the Nets, personally.
Because I
Yeah,
couldn't say it's the
same.
wrong pick because I love the upside there, but it's just, I don't know. There's dim clouds in New Orleans.
Also, I wouldn't have minded if like CJ was still there and it was like you bringing in your young guard to learn from the vet who's been here for a while. But Jordan Poole is essentially not. I don't know. Jordan Poole isn't going to teach him anything. Jordan Poole had to rock out and do his own thing. He's still learning.
Speaking of Jordan Poole, I hope he gets a better, like the narrative changes a little bit more around him this year.
Well, I think it started to change last year.
It did.
But I just don't think he's like a mentor.
I
type
just think
guy.
he's just in the league. Not like anything bad.
Damn.
No, I mean
He
like
keep a job, huh?
not in that
He
way.
averaged
I mean,
20.2 this year.
I mean, like, nobody's, I guess, like, thinking about Jordan Poole, and that's probably because he's playing with the Wizards. Like, with the Warriors, he was kind of like on.
He's still figuring himself out, which is what Jeremiah Fears is going to have to do, and it's tough to have.
They got to do it together. I guess.
Yeah, it's very tough.
But I don't know. I hope Jordan Poole has a really good year this year.
I got two.
Ooh.
And again, my picks and what I like and dislike is not about the talent itself. It's about how, where, when. Was not the biggest fan of Colin Murray Boyles going to the Raptors. I just don't like all of those guys over
Bro,
there.
I swear they was going to get Mally Watch.
Me too.
That's
Which
what-
would have made
I
a
thought
little
that
bit
was
of
like,
sense.
yeah, the
'Cause-
obvious one.
Yeah.
And if you weren't going to get him, knowing how bad the Suns wanted him, I would have took him and trade. I would have did something where, same thing with the Blazers. I feel like the Blazers mismanaged getting Yang at 16. If that was your guy, I have no problem getting your guy. But I felt like all the teams that wanted to move up and make moves, you could have kind of manipulated that to move back and get him. He would have been there 5 spots, 6 spots later, in my honest opinion. 16 felt rich to me.
Unless they got word that some other teams really wanted to draft him.
Seeing all of the trades that teams was making, I just
Every pick after 12 got traded at least once, except for one of them.
like there's no way Sacramento thought that Clifford was gonna be back there at 25. So I would have used that like, man, y'all don't want to get up in here, need Clifford or something. I mean, y'all can get one of these guys, Sacramento. I know y'all want a first round pick, baby.
Yeah.
But they would have traded out also. Blazers couldn't do that trade because the Sacramento Kings couldn't give them one back. So never mind.
Next one is
I like CMB though. I just don't like him with the Raptors, I don't think.
most confusing pick.
Yang.
Probably,
it's
yeah.
probably that. But the more reports you see, it's just like they keep saying like this has been like a making in the last few years. Like they've been really trying to iron him and wanting to get him. Saying he's like the Chinese Jokic. That's literally like one of the titles for one of the articles that popped up for him.
Sure.
One of the things I will say, the guy that is a part of the draft to him, Mike Schmidt, used to work at ESPN. He know his shit. So still was odd to me, but you know, I'm gonna give it a chance.
It's funny to see
I'm gonna give it a chance.
players get drafted based on archetypes, right? Because like we had the Kawhi thing where like Patrick Williams get drafted for.
Yeah.
You've had the Giannis thing where like every international player that had long arms, you're gonna draft in the lottery. The Nsengays, the Makers, the Bruno Caboclos, the Tajon Salon. We got our very first Jokic clone. How many times you seen somebody be like, yeah, we gonna reach for this dude because he kind of looked like Jokic? It don't happen often.
Nope.
So shout out to that.
I hope it does happen in the future more though.
I don't think it should. Because Jokic is legitimately like a
He
one-on-one.
is.
I mean, Giannis is too, but like
It's for selfish reasons. Like part of me kind of want a little bit more post action back in today's game. I was watching some like I was on stream watching this was Lakers versus Mavericks, I think Western Conference Finals or whatever. And it was it had
which version? Oh, okay, never mind. Keep going.
it had the beauty, like, I don't know, it was something about the nostalgia, just like having the ball touch that post, it just created.
Bynum was posting up.
It was Pau Gasol was so good, bro. Like he's one of the players I wish could play in today's game because
They'd
like
put
a
him at the
modern
5
version
and
of
he'd have been
him,
killing.
modern version of him, one-on-one, you don't want to leave him one-on-one in the post. He could make a lot. He's one of the best passing big men, could stretch the floor. He just was so good that like him as a center it'd be kind of.
He started in the All-Star games as a center.
That's Chicago Bulls.
Mm-hmm. So we got to see a little bit. He was like
His
he
brother
wasn't
was
that
the same.
version of. He wasn't Laker version when he was in Chicago. Still really good though.
Mm-hmm.
Still really good. Couple more here. Best second round selection. Is this just straight up Rasheed Fleming
I
finding
was
his way
gonna say
to Phoenix?
I also like Ryan Kalpiner going to Charlotte.
I
really
agree
like
with
that.
Darrick.
I
I
like
think
that a
those
lot.
are.
And do Theory, I can't pronounce his name. Lakers.
Piero?
Piero?
I really
I
liked him
wasn't-
going to the Lakers.
I wasn't the most excited, but we'll see.
Why?
I
What
think
the
y'all
fuck?
get.
You'd rather have Chaz Lanier or Cam Jones or Elijah Martin or
Javon Small going to the Grizzlies.
Janai Broome going to the Sixers.
shit. That might be my least favorite one of the whole second round.
You said my favorite, not your favorite.
You're right.
Why is it your favorite?
Because I think he's got some weird type of upside for the Sixers just because he might be a fun player to watch, like, off the bench for them.
Okay.
He could be really solid for them.
Okay.
Is he gonna play over Drummond, you think? Drummond just took his player option, $5 million.
Janai gonna be a power forward in the NBA.
He can't jump, he can't run.
Especially
Yeah, you're right.
Because we know Joel Embiid is
Yeah, but 7
he's gonna miss some. He's gonna miss some games, so he's gonna have some opportunity to put up some like crazy minutes in some games.
Safest pick outside of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper.
Knippel.
Yeah,
I just think he's going to be somebody that sticks around for a long time. He doesn't do anything to hurt you. He does nothing but shoot the ball. He gives you effort on defense. He's a great, smart passer. So, like,
Every white person is about effort on defensively.
Also, Cam Jones for the Pacers too. I like that second round pick.
oh,
I rock with Cam Jones. Safest pick, Carter Bryant at 14. I just can't imagine Carter Bryant not being a good NBA player.
also, I think it's safe for the Miami Heat to draft Jonas at 20. Like, I just think this is a dude that had lottery buzz, and he fell to you at 20. Like, I think that's pretty safe for you to go ahead and take that swing. Especially when you're talking about you have already had the infrastructure where he doesn't have to essentially come in and be your number one ball handler.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. That was one of my favorite picks of the first round. I'm going to go Asa Newell to the Atlanta Hawks, considering he had lottery buzz and fell all the way to 23, and you think about the people drafted after him, other than like Nic Clifford, he's exactly what the Atlanta Hawks have really used right there, so I'm going to go with that one. Last couple. Biggest winner of the 2025 NBA draft.
Spurs picking up Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant.
Yeah, kind of
Like they just fit. They fit in. You can talk about the point guard stuff all you want and the overload over there, but they're perfect for that team.
The Wizards will also be winners for me. Getting Trey Johnson, getting Will Riley laid. And I just think you go out there and you take swings on two dudes who's 6'6 plus, who can create their own shot at all three levels. And I think Will Riley, once he puts on some of that weight and he gets a little stronger, he could really be a certified NBA scorer.
I'm going to say the Hornets.
Same. That was my team.
I think they just got really, really good complementary guys that fit what they need, but they do it in a way to where it's different than what we've seen before. They've got guys that I think can play basketball in a lot of different ways. And the old Hornet ways was just to get anybody that had some type of name. These guys got names, but they got also experience with Kalkbrenner. McNeely has a skill set of shooting. Nipple. You know what I mean? They got Sion James too?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Right. He right next to North Carolina. He went to Duke in North Carolina, so did Knipple.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to UConn. I'm tripping. But yeah. I like what they did, man. I like what they did. I think Knipple slides right in between LaMelo and Brandon Miller really good. And I think Kalkbrenner can play from day one.
Last one, biggest loser.
Probably the Pelicans. They lost their unprotected. They gave away an unprotected first round pick for next year.
I don't even think we talked about it enough, but that is such a bonehead ass trade, man.
Yeah.
Like Darrick Queen has to be like an all NBA player for that
Right.
trade to make sense. And maybe he will be. Shout out to D Queen, but golly, even if he is, he's not going to do it next season. So you probably just gave up a top 10-ish pick.
Yeah. So the Pelicans can be so bad next year to where
But if he does turn,
We might look back in 5 years and be like, so.
the Nets for me. I said it then, I said it now. Even when I do my 2K rebuilds, I don't bring on 5 fucking rookies.
Yeah.
Like, it's plain and simple. 5, you bringing on
you
5
thought for
guys.
sure some of those were getting traded. None of them got traded.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking in my head? It should that reminded me of the Family Guy episode where Peter said, "You got to have as many kids as you can, so you have the better odds of one of them becoming a millionaire." It's like one of them, you got a better chance of one of them becoming an all-star if you just get as many as you can.
Let's have that conversation then. I set the line at 0.5. 0.5 all-star
Under.
appearances for the Brooklyn Nets 2025 rookie class.
Well, it depends on what the odds are.
Over or under, P?
I'm going to go over if the odds is favorable.
What do you think? Do you think anybody on their team could be an all-star?
Yeah, sure.
So you saying
anybody
you're
can be
taking
an
the
all-star.
Okay.
I would take the under.
What about you, Derek?
I'll go to over.
I'm going to go over because I feel like, why not? I'm going to always take my chance on a 19-year-old, 18-year-old kid. Fuck it. What you want me to do? Say no?
He did. They took chances on 5 of them.
Jaeger might get it now.
You think so?
Yeah.
You like his upside?
Cam Thomas.
I do. I'm not
No,
projecting.
Cam Thomas. We talking about their rookie class.
Oh yeah, you did say rookie class. I thought you just said Nets in general.
No, you just say rookie class.
Oh.
It's rookie class.
If he said Nets in general and you started off with Jaeger, you crazy.
Cam Thomas over under with 0.5 All-Star appearances. You taking that over?
I'm going under.
I'll go over. He'll probably get one. He might get one.
Hey, he's gonna have some crazy all.
I know you love that's your boy. So I was
I
like,
wouldn't
man,
take
you
that, though.
took him over Jaeger, but I would probably go Jaeger just because he's young, he passed, he can fill up the stat sheet. Do I think he's gonna be one? No.
Okay.
I do think he can be a really good player.
Anything else
They
about?
got cold in here.
Yeah. Anything else about the 2025 draft worth talking about to y'all?
It was fun. It was exciting. 2026, I don't think I'm falling for any of those trades and all of that shit. We did get one.
Mhm.
We got some trade backs and different things, but the all player movement, Philly gonna drop down to 3. It was fun getting little tips from Brian Windhorst.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was like we walked in and he like, yeah, the Bulls want Bear and J. We like, what the fuck? The Bulls want who? Bear and J at 12? And he ended up going 17th to what, the Timberwolves?
Yeah.
It was also dope to see him say like the Hornets and the Wizards trying to do a trade, but they scared of what the Jazz gonna do at 5. And I actually seen that report.
Yeah, I
the
saw that
following
report.
day.
Yeah, I was like, he was tapped in.
Yeah.
He did say that people were laughing at the Brooklyn Nets too. I thought
That
was
got
funny.
some traction on Twitter.
that got clipped out by multiple accounts. and
I saw a
posted
lot
up.
of people like, "What the fuck is numbers on the board doing in this game?" It was funny. But yeah, can't wait to do it again next year at home.
Hey, bro, I seen a lot of those
You
conversations
fucking-
of like, I think more than last year, of people saying that like both rounds just need to be on one night.
Yeah, bro. Now, that ain't me saying we need to cover both rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got
Did y'all find yourself tuning in to day 2?
I was
No.
driving, tuning in.
I just had it up on the TV.
Refresh.
You were screaming. I'm pretty sure I saw you screaming while it was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care. Like it was on, but it wasn't like obviously like ooh. Especially because the last 7 picks were all through commercials anyway.
They started to let Shams get in his bag too.
Yeah. I was there to see who the Bulls drafted. I was like, oh, can't even see because we're on commercial.
Who did y'all take?
Some Australian guy. A 6'8"
he got
center
traded
that
to y'all.
can't shoot.
Yeah.
So y'all got the connection on the court.
Yeah, the Aussie connection, man.
They gonna be speaking that so they can
Giddy gonna be
some plays.
Giddy gonna be throwing him live.
So what'd you say?
They gonna be speaking Australian.
Do you know the native tongue in Australia is English?
Nope. Apparently not.
Yeah, he's actually.
They're gonna
crazy.
be speaking Australian.
And now,
All-time moment, man.
now I'm not here to say that I knew what they spoke, but I don't think I've ever said you speaking Australian.
No way, Australia was a language. Another big piece of news right after the draft, a day after the draft.
They speaking
Ujiri-
African American over there.
Right, yeah.
Then they call that Ebonics.
Masai Ujiri is out as vice chairman and president of the Toronto Raptors, just basically a day after the NBA
I'm
draft.
guessing they really didn't like his draft.
No,
No.
they saying it wasn't that.
He knew he asked to be able to stay through the draft.
Oh.
And they honored it. Why? I don't know.
They also
Yeah.
read that Bobby Webster.
Yep.
Bobby Webster was the guy that was making the draft picks anyway. So it wasn't like Masai was like, give Kyler Murray Boy. It was also Deuces. I guess Bobby was the
Oh,
guy.
okay.
I just feel like if you're gonna do some shit like this, man, you got to do it sooner. I'm not letting him motherfucker trade for, and this is my boy, but Brandon Ingram never playing and giving
Not
him
just trading
extension.
him. Yeah, extending him. When Brian Windhorst said, yeah, Kyrie Irving is going to make less money than Brandon Ingram, that shit blew my mind. Because there's no world where that should be the case if they both got the contract in the same year. But that's what they did.
Yeah. To allow somebody to do that, they mean you got to let them see that vision through. So I don't really understand.
He's gonna be in trade talks by the end of the year.
But yeah,
Yeah.
as long as my boy got his bag, we don't give a damn what they talking about.
They already talking about trading RJ. I'm happy. to see
And
it.
IQ.
I'm happy to see RJ in a new situation. I'm hoping he's somewhere where he can go and
What would you want that to be?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Some places just like some opportunity. Because
Yeah,
I feel
go-
like whenever you give RJ opportunity, he does nothing but take advantage of it.
He doesn't have opportunity right now. He's starting on that team.
He had some of his best consistent games with the Raptors.
Starting of the year, we was like, damn,
Well, yeah,
they got a
no.
playmaking jump from RJ
Well, yeah,
Barrett.
no, he was doing it because I'm saying like an opportunity where he could just be like
A place where he wanted
yeah.
at.
Because
They
like
don't
once
want him
Scotty
there
and
no
them
more.
came
They
back,
traded for him.
but like his production,
They're
obviously
trying to
went
trade him. They're willing to trade him.
But you're
again.
saying that like they weren't trying to trade him during the season. He was in a place that he's wanted.
I don't know. They got too many wings over there for me. I ain't
That's a
saying he
different
don't got
conversation, yeah.
opportunity though.
I think my whole thing with this conversation and argument is like I don't really know a place that's like, hey,
Who's gonna let RJ rock out?
exactly.
He's not that talented.
And if you're Brooklyn and you just brought on a Jaeger Dimon, you want RJ to come in and have the ball in his hands, a Jaeger Dimon spotting up. His biggest weakness is what he's doing day one.
I think RJ Barrett is a fine NBA player, but I don't know if he's gonna have the opportunity that you're saying.
Have his own team.
He's just not that good to do that. He's a really good ball player.
You
He's
want
a
to see
starter in
that?
this
You
league.
want to see him with his own team?
Just somewhere with more opportunity.
What does that look like? Like,
I don't
if
know.
you had to guess how many shots attempts,
You
he
want
had
him on
last year,
Chicago?
is that-
If he was on Chicago,
No, we got Isaac Okoro.
Hold up.
I actually would love him in Chicago.
Okay.
Why? Why? So he can win
Man,
30
y'all-
games?
Y'all just brought Isaac Okoro in. Y'all would love
That's a
some
good
RJ.
point. That's
Y'all
a
would
good
love
point.
RJ Barrett.
That's a good point, Mike. RJ
But every
Barrett
time somebody gets traded away from Chicago, we like, good job, boy. Good luck. You want him to bring him into this torture shit? How many shots do you think he attempted last year?
17.
17. His career high is 17.1. So the opportunity, if that's what you boiling it down to, have the ball in his hands and
more?
take
You want to
shots.
see him do 22 shots? He ain't doing that with the Bulls.
I-
Josh Giddey finna get 30 M's, I heard. He ain't doing that shit with the Bulls. That shit might drop. Because Kobe White ain't shy either. And Modest Buzella better take no less than 14
This season,
shots.
career high in points, career high in assists, career high in rebounds, career high in turnover. He had a career year.
Yeah. I mean,
And
part of that is
Vucevic
also
still getting his
he was
too.
playing on a team that was injury riddled. So
Yeah, so he had a lot of opportunity.
yeah.
One of my favorite stretches from RJ is when he was on the Knicks, and I think they had some injuries, and this is where he was averaging close to like 25 plus with like a decent amount of rebounds and decent amount of assists. Like that's when I think
This is when we show the difference of good and great GMs. Because the great GMs don't look at that and be like, yeah, give him his own team.
No,
Hey,
I would say
I know
give his own
exactly
team.
what stretch. I found that stretch you're talking about, Mike.
What
It was
it?
an 8-game sample size. In that 8 games, he averaged 27 points.
He had a
6
40-point game in it?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He was shooting it. I can't get the shooting splits, but 51%, 47% from 3, and he had a 44-point game against the goddamn Bulls. Always finds a way to beat them, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like RJ Barrett. What I would want for RJ Barrett is to find a home. And whatever that home is offering him, I want him to be able to conform to it and play at the best of his ability. But I don't want RJ Barrett on his own team. That come on, man. What the fuck are we talking
There's
about?
only 30 teams in the NBA.
What are we talking about? We're not going to – I'm not allowing
I
our
wasn't saying I
podcast-
wanted them to be the number one option. I'm just saying more opportunity. I just feel like there's an overlap in talent in Toronto where it can
What
kind of be
option
hard.
do you see him as?
No, we understand that. That's why he's about to get traded. Nobody's
Yeah.
arguing that. But when you say more opportunity, he shot 17 shots per game.
Yeah, but also part of it is that he was playing on a team that was
But even if
extremely
he
banged
wasn't
up.
playing on a team with injuries, you want him to be on a situation where RJ Barrett, out of all the players in the NBA, you want him to shoot around 20 shots a game?
No, I think 17 shots is a good amount for him. I'm just saying that that's probably not realistic with all the talent that's now in Toronto.
And we're asking you, where is that realistically where he can, that's his home? Where can he go and shoot 17 shots and they're building a team trying to win and that's his home? I'm saying I want RJ Barrett to go somewhere, but the shots will probably have to realistically drop to 13 and he has to be able to use that because I think that's the reality.
That's the better question is like, what option do you see him on a winning team?
The third or fourth option.
I think so, because I was going to say 2 or 3, but he could even be below that, which ain't a bad thing.
2.
I think if he's the
Do we
number
see
2
the
team,
two options?
he's not. They're not going to be a good team.
We see the second options around NBA. Jalen Williams had 40 points as a second option in NBA Finals.
Yeah, I don't think he's a
Pascal
number 2.
Siakam is a second option.
He won Conference Finals MVP. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So being a number 2 option is like at this level, you have to be an all-star.
Yeah.
To be a number 2 option on a good team, you're an all-star caliber player. I just think RJ is a step or maybe 2 steps below that.
So,
Which could
yeah.
be real, like, for him, though, too, him not being a number 1 or not even a number 3 option, I guess, is really good for him, for a dude that can create his own shot and do the things he does. I would love that.
Me
shit.
too. That's all I'm
That's
telling
what I
to
said,
Darrick.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying to Darrick.
Yeah.
17 shots, I think, is unrealistic unless you just want him to be on these teams that's going to struggle. You want him to go to the Jazz and just go over there and chill out. You want him to go to the Brooklyn Nets while they figure some things out. Okay, yeah, he'll shoot 17 shots there. But for his career and to have some stability, he's not going to be shooting damn near 20 shots a game. That's just not going to be the role.
I hope he ain't got nobody in his camp thinking that that's what he should be trying to do. Because he's made a good amount of money doing what he's doing right now.
But I think right now is kind of fizzling out. I don't think RJ Barrett could continue to go places and expect to shoot 17 shots a game.
For sure, yeah. It's probably more
can see him as
realistic
a
he gets to
really
like
good-
13, 14
Yeah.
and be really happy about that.
And again, it never sound good when you talk about like coming off the bench, but I think he could be a really good 6-man for. a
Damn,
decent team.
you don't
See,
drop
now
that.
you done dropped his value
Yeah.
completely
No,
because
I'm
I think he is a starter in the
Yeah,
NBA.
he's a
too.
starter.
That's
Me
why
too.
I said coming off the bench. You could be a starter coming off the bench. It's not what people want, but like I could see him being one of those Swiss Army knife dudes that, hey, we need scoring. I could provide that. We need a little bit of playmaking. Like he could do a lot of things that, again, your starters, usually your stars doing that shit for your starters. If you got somebody off the bench who can kind of alleviate the pressure and act like
RJ Barrett would have been
6-man.
good on the Cavaliers. I would have liked him on the Cavaliers. That's a team that got a small forward spot open. Max Strus is a guy that can come off the bench. I don't think RJ Barrett goes over there and shoots 17 shots per game. I think RJ Barrett will be able to hold his own with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley behind him. I think that wouldn't have been a bad spot for him.
I
A
like
team
that.
like that.
I like them with a defensive 3. They just can't find one that can shoot the damn ball well.
They got Lonzo Ball.
He is 3-and-D though.
Lonzo Ball, they'll be all right. Anything else about Masai / the Raptors?
Interested to see what's next for him. I saw people also was saying he was taxed. He got a foundation he does. He got the Basketball Without Borders, I believe, or something like that. GMing. So
Well, he was probably doing a lot of shit overseas too, with like the Olympics and everything like that. So
Moving on to the next thing, which is something we mentioned a little bit earlier. Kyrie Irving did decline his $43 million player option, but intends to sign a 3-year, $119 million contract with the franchise. The deal includes a player option in 2027, 2028, so they take care of Kyrie. And yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a great team-friendly deal for a guy that's coming off an ACL injury, and it kind of just gives him security, and it gives the team still like he didn't get the max amount of money he got. He kind of got something that was nice and good for both parties.
isn't it a little bit less?
now they can, yeah.
Yeah, I think
a lot
it's-
less.
yeah.
Now they can go and get D'Angelo Russell. Hold it down till they get back.
Sure, that'll be okay.
Which I love to see too.
I'd rather have Dennis Schroeder, but that's just me personally.
I love when you get your bag, but I
Dennis
love it
Schroeder's
when you,
not going there.
when you
They
you-
probably would love to have Dennis Schroeder too, but Sacramento is his leading team because he can go over there and start.
Yeah.
He said Dennis Schroeder. I love me some DS.
You're going to lose out on a position trying to get a guy that ain't trying to come to your fucking team. It ain't out of possibility, though. We'll see.
Fred VanVleet intends to sign a 2-year, $50 million contract with a player option in 2026, 2027. He declined his $44.9 million team option, or the Rockets did, for next season. So they reworked his deal, and now we don't have to worry about
Rags, hey, I love that money that Freddie getting, man.
Me too.
They
I
already
thought
made-
they was gonna
yeah.
do like a different type of deal where he was making a little bit less.
He is.
He is. He's making a lot less.
I'm making almost $20 million less. He had a $44 million player option and dropped down
Say
to
that
25.
contract again for me.
It's 2 years, 25, which makes 50 over 2 years. He just declined 44 for next year.
Yep.
He's making a lot less, but it's okay.
Yeah.
that. Basically taking 2 years to make the
Yeah.
1 year.
He already
back.
made his big bag.
I was looking at the numbers wrong, but that's even
You thought
way
he was going to
better.
make $50 million per year over
I
2
thought,
years?
yes, bro. Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
You
Which, that's
crazy.
why that shit sounded so weird.
Hey, get
to
on
me.
his ass. I ain't got the energy.
You crazy as hell.
Get on his ass, man.
What I'm crazy like.
That glue.
Why he crazy?
Because ain't no way you thought they was going to pay that man $50 million a year again. They just paid him $40-something million 2 years in a row. We gave you your bag.
That's why that shit
We just
did not
paid you
make no sense
80
to me.
M's.
How much did Kevin Durant make this year?
50-something million dollars.
So
So yeah, you thought they was going to bring KD in and then pay him KD money.
Get
What's
my
that?
salt.
huh?
Get my salt.
They would have had to told him, man, we can't even afford your extension.
He's a what?
a goofy.
No, I wasn't saying that.
Nah, that's some fighting shit.
I was going to say you professional podcast. Like, damn.
He's a goofy.
I ain't got the energy to talk, so D Millie, good looking, man.
You're right. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. My bad.
When we boarded our flight, we did have a trade that happened, which was CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a second-round pick to the Washington Wizards in exchange for Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, and pick 40 of the 2025 NBA draft. I don't remember who got drafted at 40, but somebody did.
Jameer Watkins, huh?
Maybe.
Hoping JP get that bounce back, man.
Yeah, I was not expecting Jordan Poole.
Micah Peavy.
I like Micah Peavy.
I knew there was a world where Jordan Poole got traded. I didn't think he would get traded to the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of threw me off. But I do like the fact that CJ, Khris Middleton, Marcus Smart, the Wizards are doing it smart, man. They got 3 big expiring contracts coming up next season.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Ty Lawson contract.
Oh,
I think they're going to have like a $189 million coming off that.
It also makes more
Cap.
sense because when he was saying that, like, the Wizards had one of, like, the worst win-loss differential, like, points or whatever, so, like, getting those vets in, that was, like, one of their priorities. So it does make a little bit more sense.
Can I ask y'all about the getting the money off the books thing?
Yeah.
And this is a genuine question. I'm not even trying to be, like, weird about it. What value does that have to them?
Well, it allows you to get more assets by absorbing weak-ass contracts that nobody want. When you see
Yeah.
the second apron and how much it means to these high-powered teams, it opens
So
up the door
it's for
that.
next year to be like, I'm trying to think, who's a bad contract?
Terrence,
Zach
Michael
Levine,
Porter
you got
Jr.
2 years left. We'll take on Zach, so you give us a lottery, protect the pick.
Damn, his
Yeah.
contract still got 2 years
I
left.
think so.
has a player option, that's why.
I wouldn't be mad if, again, you'll see what
And
players
flexibility,
open up.
when has flexibility ever gone
No,
wrong?
I'm not saying it's a negative thing.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah,
of what
flexibility
y'all
When
It's never
players
gone
open
wrong.
up too, I wouldn't be mad if a team like the Wizards took that Fred VanVleet approach too as they start to grow, where they have a vet that they kind of overpay and they kind of show them.
Darrick said something on the show when we was talking about it that I like too. I love when a team has that much money and it's like,
restrict the free agency, finally
Yeah.
do some
you
shit.
think we just gonna let you get that guy for free?
Yeah, they could be now big players in restricted free agency too. So
Even though it's a fucking scam.
I know it never really works out, but you never know.
You can get
might
a team
be-
to overpay at the
Yeah.
bare minimum.
Which teams are gonna think twice
like the
in
Suns.
today's-
The Suns played Aiden crazy,
in today's game. They're
but
gonna
then
think
they
twice
were able to get him off the books. So
because
I don't
second
know.
apron.
I bet if you asked them to do that trade again, they wouldn't.
Like if Shaden Sharp became available,
yeah,
throw a bag at
the
him.
Wizards could definitely throw a bag at Shaden Sharp.
All right, last trade.
Would they? No, because they got a little situation going
Yeah.
on. But I'm just throwing out a name.
3-teamer with Boston, Atlanta, and Brooklyn that ultimately let Kristaps Porzingis end up in Atlanta, Terrence Mann, and pick 22 to the Brooklyn Nets, George Niang in the second round to the Celtics. Really is the Celtics dumping Kristaps Porzingis completely. The Atlanta Hawks taking a flyer, if you will, on a player that's really good, but obviously ended the season sick. And then the
Get rid of
Brooklyn Nets
Terrence Mann
take some
contract.
money and a first-round pick in exchange.
Dope.
Yeah,
Fun
Boston's
trade.
making moves, man.
Really fun trade.
yeah. Boston. It was reported all year that this team wouldn't look the same, and we're seeing it happen right before our eyes. And even Al Horford may be a guy that could be available as well. So
I would've
Really? You
loved
saw
to-
that?
I would
yeah, I
have.
saw
Yeah.
the
Wow.
Knicks.
But I also seen that they're going to try to trade Simons to keep Horford and Cornette. So, which I'm disappointed in. I know Anthony Simons ain't a long-term option there, but I just
Yeah.
want to see Anthony Simons play organized basketball.
Hey, real shit though.
Not that
Real
shit that was going on
though.
in Portland. You want to see some-
I want to see I want to know how to really value him.
Yeah.
That's all. I think
yeah,
he's a really
it
good
has
player.
been hard to like truly evaluate. him.
Yeah. I still think it's good. I ain't an empty
Yeah.
stat. Oh, man, he doing that shit with the Blazers. It don't count. He could hoop.
Didn't
But
they
I
give
just
up
wanna
2
see-
seconds in the Drew Holiday trade to get rid of, not to get rid of him, but to bring in Drew Holiday? Weren't they the team that gave up the extra assets?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
They were.
I was kind of excited to see him
Who
in
had the 5
Missoula
second
ball.
round picks in a trade?
Kevin Durant.
Yes.
I was
Also, he
slightly
don't really
excited.
fit a Missoula type
Yeah,
of guard. at the
that's
same
also
time.
what I was saying too. He
But at
does-
the same time, he shoot a bunch of fucking
He
threes.
does.
Yeah, he also defensively he just ain't shit. Sorry, I just got to be
I'm
honest.
sorry.
Like
He ain't
that
shit is
Joe
crazy.
Mazzulla is that's just not Joe Mazzulla ball. They like to switch everything.
They
and
do.
be-
I'm very interested to see how they're going to do that because they're not always going to have the luxury to just be bringing in Drew Holidays and Derrick Whites. Somebody on these teams in these next versions is not going to be able to guard at a Drew Holiday level. It's just the reality. Even if you start,
They got a couple competitive guards over there
Even if you start,
defensively. Peyton Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard, he ain't gonna be no Drew Holiday.
He compete
Shit.
though.
All right, we gonna see. We gonna see.
I've seen him compete on defense before.
Yeah, he gonna get his ass competed. All right. Let's see how Donovan Mitchell feel about him competing.
I'm sure somebody could do a damn form shooting practice. Shout out Peyton Pritchard, bro.
Competing do go far, so I ain't trying to knock Peyton Pritchard. But I just think competing
He better be
good
getting
in a
that 20 points
suburban
back.
league. Competing is tough in 7 games. You got a motherfucker going at you.
P, how many points I'm stopping you from if I'm competing on defense?
You stopping me? You probably stopping me on my first shot. I might take a little lazy shot, but I'm getting where I want to
10
fucking
10
get to.
times. How many times I'm getting to stop?
About competing?
Yeah, I'm competing. This still me. I ain't saying I'm fast or anything.
Right,
I'm
you should
just
compete.
competing. I'm playing hard.
You'll probably get 3 stops. Because when you don't compete, I drive right, spin left on you, and lay it up at the basket. But if you're competing, you probably is taking away the spin. So now that spin is out.
There's
like
times where I've definitely
a fallback shot. And I miss it.
100% tried to like compete to get a stop on you, and you just kind of raised up, and it's like ain't shit I can really do.
But I guess
it is not really shit I could do.
That's better than me getting a layup. A jump shot is always, once you
That's
leave
a win if you taking a jump shot. But
Exactly.
even then, I'd be like, I ain't really do shit.
Are you glazed?
No, I'm just saying like something
The size difference.
the height difference is like you
okay.
just can't control that shit.
Yeah.
It don't matter how hard you compete.
All right, last NBA related thing.
Yeah, you get motherfuckers like Neesmith. They say he competing too hard.
He playing too much defense.
Or Dort.
All right.
NBA free agency starts in 2 days, which is kind of crazy. All this, I feel like the finals just happened 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Then the draft was 2 days ago, and free agency is 2 days from now. I'm gonna name the NBA player that is available, and you tell me what you think is gonna happen with the player. The first one, James Harden, is a part of the Clippers right now. He has a player option for this season. Do you think he takes the player option A? And if he doesn't, do they just renegotiate, or does he find his way?
Oh no, he's taking a player option.
No, I think he does something that's like Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Either
he does a 2+1 for 40, 37 or something like that.
Yeah, I think he declines and just reworks it. Whether he gets a little bit more or a little bit less, like I think he's gonna be a Clipper. Especially Clippers is his home though.
LeBron James has a player option as well. What's
He's
happening with
opting
LeBron?
into that.
He thinks opting in?
Yeah.
I think he's opting out to resign. I'm probably opting out to resign.
You think he's gonna do another 1+1?
But this is
deal
what he
again?
always do.
Yeah. I mean, bro, you LeBron. LeBron not worried about that 1 year security, bro.
That's actually
That's LeBron
crazy. that-
right here.
That's so crazy that him and Rich Paul just have that loophole where they never had to sign a long deal. They just always just have the luxury of doing 1
Plus
or
that-
2+1 deals.
With the cap still going up too.
Like they always capitalize on that. It's like the money glitch. It's like GTA. They just have the ultimate money glitch.
That's what happens when you take care of your body.
Right.
You saw the new Luka Doncic picture when he was with that fan?
Yes.
He looks slim.
Hey, he looked little. Not slim, he looked little.
Slim Jimmy.
like rookie little?
Hold on, I gotta look at it.
Damn near.
Really?
Damn near. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I saw that and I was like, nah, man.
Is he gonna be moving like
Get his
rookie-
ass a
rookie
burger
Luka?
again. Let's bulking him up again.
Yeah, we can't have him losing too much weight because he gonna lose some of that post game.
Right.
No, you're not. He gonna
Come
be all
on
right.
now.
You're gonna be
As a big dude on the court, as a big dude on the court, the weight help you on that.
Because
post
he's
game.
still 6'8".
His post game was a lot better when he added the little
Yeah.
You look here.
It's a lot to get around.
motherfucker finna
There's
take 3 episodes to find it, huh?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro.
He do.
He's
He looks
small.
slim. He rocking a wife beater too.
Yeah, he having a good time on vacation.
Oh, maybe I didn't see that picture.
It's him with a fan.
Oh, I didn't see that picture.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Julius Randle player option. Now we just saw that Naz Reid signed for 125. Shout out to Naz Reid to stay with the Minnesota Timberwolves. In my mind, you don't pay that brother that type of money if he ain't gonna be a starter next year. But maybe I'm wrong. But Julius Randle does have a player option.
Accepts it.
He accepts it. I don't, because he doesn't have a mark. He does have a market right now, but I don't think the market is going to demand 30+
I'm not
million.
looking forward to free agency this
Brian
year.
Windhorst told us that next year will be a lot more teams with cap space.
Yeah.
So his agency is going to tell him, accept that. It's going to be another good team. It's going to be a playoff team. You had a good playoffs. Do it again. We'll have more suitors.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, minus OKC, he had a hell of a season for the Timberwolves, like especially in the later half.
Yeah. So teams will definitely look at that and be intrigued, especially if he does it again.
If he opts in, do you think Minnesota tries to trade him? Because they got a lot of money in that front court between Rudy, Nas's extension, and then again
I can
this
see
player
that as
option.
well.
I can see that. Also, I can just see him just playing it out and just saying this is an expiring deal. We don't have to re-sign him next year.
If he does, I'm trying to think about teams that would be interested.
I think they would be more interested in the expiring deal than adding him as a player.
Interesting. But if you're the Timberwolves, you don't want to just add more salary for next year either.
Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
you're still going to be taking on salary.
So it's
So you might as well just let that deal expire if he opts in.
because from what we've seen, it's pretty obvious that Nickeil Alexander Walker's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, just because they just paid Nas crazy. Not crazy, but like they gave him a big bag.
They paid him crazy. It's not a bad thing. Got to be a bad thing. $125 million is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, but it's over 5
Well,
years.
undrafted
Josh
guy.
Giddey finna make
But it's
more.
5 years.
Stop.
It's a 5-year deal, though.
Ain't he? Ain't Josh Giddey finna make more?
Yeah.
Why you wear your eyes?
Shit, 5 years
ain't
down
happy?
the line, $25 million might be that mid-level exception.
Next one, Miles Turner, Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. Go over the cap for him, the luxury.
You got to bring him back.
For the first time in forever, right?
Yeah.
Josh Giddey, restricted free agent.
He's
Yeah.
getting $30 million to pay him.
$150 million.
That excites you, right?
Yep. Jonathan Kuminga, restricted free agency.
I don't know nothing about this one.
Yeah, I honestly, I genuinely don't know where he's going to end up.
Because the team that has the money said they're not even interested. Brooklyn don't give a fuck about him.
He might just
They
end
just
up on the
don't-
Warriors on like he might just end up back on the Warriors.
I've been
honestly.
seeing a lot of Heat fans that want Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, who don't they want? They'll take me right now.
It's
What if
hard
he
to
take
find
a
team.
qualifying offer and just go?
No,
on
he
to
already
free-
declined this morning.
Oh, he declined. Okay.
Yeah. So he will hit restricted free agency this year. It's so hard to figure out. It's going to be a team. I would be very surprised if it is the Warriors. Even though it's possible, I feel like that relationship is run its course.
Could the Hawks do it?
What they getting back? Talking about the Warriors.
Shit, something better than nothing.
They want Jeremy Grant.
Huh?
Warriors want Jeremy Grant?
They do.
Oh, I'm just saying, do they? Sign and trade him.
What year does his contract end? Because everybody's contract got to end at the same time if you're the Warriors. Everybody's on the same
Well,
time.
his contract is long. Remember, he signed a 5-year deal. He's
Oh,
only on
shit.
year 2.
That was 5 years. I thought it was 4.
Double check that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they had got a 5-year deal out of that.
4 or 5 is still on.
You
Yeah.
still thinking Dame for that to this day.
I'm trying.
That
to
man
figure out.
Dame really let his man get paid the
It
rest of the
was like,
trade.
yeah, I'm gonna dip after that.
It's a real one, man. While he looks that up and go to the next guy. You got it?
Yep. His current contract ends in 2027, 2028. It was damn, where do you find the transactions at? Like what did he sign? I don't know what he signed, but it
Why
doesn't
are
end until
y'all so bad at
2027.
finding things?
That's all you got to do.
I don't know,
Jeremy
man.
Grant contract with the Portland Trail Blazers.
What did you search to get to where you were?
Oh, I just went to Basketball Reference and typed in his name. Oh, it was a 5-year.
5-year,
160.
Shout out
Damn,
to
that's
Rich
more than
Paul.
Nas Reed.
Shout out to Rich
lot
Paul,
more.
man.
A lot more than Nas Reed. Malik Beasley,
Back to the
unrestricted.
Pistons.
What type
Gotta
of
be
money?
priority. Shit.
Like, what do you pay a specialist like? I mean, he's more than just a 3-point shooter. Don't
I
get me
think
wrong.
What's his
But
current contract?
He probably gonna
I think
get
it was
around like,
7
$6 million.
$7 million.
he probably gonna get around. Probably gonna get the mid.
I honestly, I would double
Probably
that.
gonna get the mid level.
I'd double that. I'll give him
13-ish?
12.
Yeah.
12,
26 over 2. 13 per.
Santiago Aldama, restricted free agency as well. Did you know his name was Santiago?
No.
I never really put it
Only
together, but obviously
Santiago
it
I
makes
know
sense.
is the dude of Years of War.
They were already prepared.
That's
to
the other guy
Dominic?
that be
They already kind of
Dominic
prepared to lose.
Santos.
But they
him.
traded Bane.
It is.
Yes. What would I pay him? Probably like 15.
I think he gets 17, 18.
Somewhere else, or are you saying with?
I just don't know where. I can't really tell where he.
Both.
What?
Both. I think he could get that.
Oh, he gets an offer for somebody they
Yeah.
match it. That what you're saying?
Either or.
Yeah.
I just think that's about. I don't think anybody.
Their books are the most confusing in the league to me because if they re-sign Santiago Damas that change the money that they willing to use on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s extension.
I read somewhere that after trading Bane, their priority is to extend Jaren and bring back Santiago Dama. So I don't know if that is a yes or a no to your question. But I do know prior to trading Jasmine Bane, it was kind of a foregone conclusion that Santiago Dama would be elsewhere.
Yeah.
So
Here's the most confusing name. Cam Thomas, restricted free agency.
Brooklyn.
But the money is the
But I
confusing
think he
part.
goes
Yeah.
for 482.
482.
I like the number, Derek. 482. So just a little over 20 a year.
Yeah.
About 20 a year.
I think it'll be 4 years, 100, so 25.
I say 100. I know I said that to Wendy, and he looked at me like I was crazy, but
Yeah. And I just said Brooklyn immediately because I just don't see anybody trying to take on that problem. Like, leave that for Brooklyn.
Brooklyn or Brook Lopez. He's a free agent this year.
Probably end up
Brook
in
Lopez?
Milwaukee on like a smaller deal.
So based on what we're seeing, this got to
Spurs.
be a boring ass free
Spurs.
agency. Everybody's going
Brook
back.
Lopez to the Spurs.
I'm not excited about this year like some of the other years because there were so many players, so many names.
It's not going to be that crazy.
I have put
of a
down-
free agency.
I feel like he's going back to the Bucks. My team's that if somehow, some way he could get on, it would be cool if we could see him on the Magic as a rim protector, but he could also still space the floor. And then also, for some reason, I could see him.
If
just
Patrick
being
Williams
as a
made
Pelican.
18, how the fuck is Cam Thomas going in there and getting 20?
Well, Patrick Williams shouldn't have made 18.
Yeah, but
I think
he
that's
does.
the argument.
He does. Look at the other names. That's what I'll be going off of. Like Norman Powell, Malik Monk got 19.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Thing
guys
is-
got better resumes.
Terry Rozier, 24.
I'm thinking about people in that class.
I think it's also so
Devin Vassell,
circumstantial.
27.
a lot of times. Like sometimes people get overpaid just because that team was in a certain situation.
Emmanuel Quickly, 32.
Well,
and a
I don't know
half.
what the Bulls figured their situation were. The Bulls had all the leverage in that deal, and Patrick Williams still walked out of there with a decent little bag.
Mm-hmm.
I think teams are just going to be smarter about it all. And certain teams won't be.
You ain't got no choice now. That apron
You
not going.
KB?
That apron not going to
They
help
tryna-
you out.
they
I
tryna-
paid for that. That was me. Ty Jerome.
I could see him in Brooklyn. I could see him in
Atlanta
the Cavs.
Hawks.
I could see him in Atlanta. I could see him. Trying to think of places.
Bro,
that
Brooklyn
need-
just drafted all those guards.
I could see him as a Nick.
I don't think we got that bread for him.
Nah.
I think the better question is how much money does he make? Because there's going to be like people that would be interested in Ty Jerome, but obviously everybody don't have the money for it.
I feel like if that was the case, Mavericks would have been linked to him. But they don't have a bag, so it's like more so D'Angelo Russell. The Kings would have been interested in Ty Jerome.
I think it's going to be around like 17 to 18 a year.
I think that we might see trades to like finagle some of the money
Yes,
to make players end up in certain places.
For sure.
I can agree to that.
I mean, the Knicks figured out the loophole on that one year. So
Did
everything
they
now,
patch the glitch?
every
the
team now
patch
has to
outside.
figure out how to maneuver the second apron. That's really what this is. You got to learn how to maneuver the second apron.
Nick Alexander Walker.
I could see him being a Laker if they find a way.
Hey, if we get him, I love it. I can see him as. I
Don't
can
worry,
see
it's
him on
competing.
the Hawks or the Magic.
Yeah, I would agree with those.
The Magic.
The Magic would be amazing.
Magic
That would be such a
both
good
of those
game.
I
teams
would
are trying to
love-
get
oh, man,
both
I
of
would
those
love
teams
him.
with a defensive identity. That shit would be nice.
Yeah, then you have times where you can him and Jalen Suggs out there just causing hell. Oh man,
We got Clint Capella. Is it just Lakers?
Yeah.
He's a Laker.
Yeah, because they said Nic Claxton and the Brooklyn Nets and the Lakers haven't talked. That's just a rumor, but there hasn't been no contact there.
which
So-
is actually funny. I would expect that to be like a full blown conversation. It's probably happening daily.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, they said that shit ain't nothing happened over there.
That's like one of the more available centers, and he's probably the best available center that you could trade for right now.
Maybe he's not actually available.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But that's hard.
Yeah,
That's so weird that you wouldn't go contact him, but you would contact for Double O though.
No, that was from last
That was a
year.
while ago. Yeah.
No, but it's. I
Same
think that
principle.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Double O is probably available for the right price, but no, they're not just hanging him out there. They've been
Yeah.
hanging out Clint. So like, if you're gonna ask for him, why aren't you asking for
the Lakers also
the better
might-
options that were kind of just already
Different
out there? and
team,
be a
different
rumor?
situation.
The Lakers also probably understand the Nets are trying to maximize the assets, and that they not gonna just give Claxton away without them giving up those picks that they want.
Atlanta was kind of limbo last season, front office wise too. They got the new guy with the big beard in, and he's doing some good shit, I guess.
Yeah, the Lakers are trying to get the bare minimum without giving up the most, which makes sense. They don't want to give up that pick.
Let's go rapid fire. I'll give you a name, and you just tell me what team you think they might end up on.
Yeah.
Gary Trent Jr.
Bro, I hope he goes to the Nuggets.
The Lakers, Clutch Sports.
Bucks.
He's going back. I'm tweaking. Al Horford.
I think he's going back to
Boston.
the Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics.
I think
Tyus Jones.
Oh,
Bucks.
Boston or Dallas? No, not Boston or Dallas. Bucks or Dallas?
Pistons.
Russell Westbrook.
Houston.
Sacramento Kings.
Miami.
Oh, if he goes to Sacramento, it's gonna be so sad.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
please
I
don't.
don't want to see him.
They
That's
got to
why.
go somewhere that need him.
I'm going to say Miami.
Chris Paul.
LA.
Clippers or
What's
Lakers?
LA? Oh, just LA.
Just
Okay,
LA.
got you.
Clippers or
LA.
Lakers? Or either. Yeah, Clippers or Lakers. Or Phoenix. Nope, he's not going back there. I was
Please
thinking somewhere
don't.
close to his kids. He want to be close to the
Okay.
family. So
The
I was
Warriors,
figuring
he's not going back. He's not going back to the Warriors, and them Kings, it just don't make
Clippers.
sense.
Clippers.
Dennis Schroeder.
Kings.
out Dallas.
Dallas.
Gershon Yabusele.
He's gonna go back to the Sixers.
Ow.
If they, I don't know. I don't know their cap situation.
How much y'all think he gets?
More than the fucking the vet minimum.
Yeah, he's on a $5 million deal.
That's kind of all these other names. Ben Simmons. Like, do y'all care?
Gershon Yabusele.
I feel like it's gonna be a team out of
Clippers.
left field that pick him up too.
Clippers.
For Gershon?
Yeah,
I could see him in a Clipper jersey.
let's just say Clippers. I don't know.
Bojan Bogdanovic. He didn't even play.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the names. That's all the
Free
names.
agency pool.
Yeah.
Damn, somebody gonna pick him up.
It's possible. It's
Derrick
Somebody pick
Harden.
him up. He's still playing back overseas.
Phoenix,
no problem.
Philadelphia. That's go their vet minimum right there. Come better yourself.
I thought they were gonna do. They was just gonna bring. Oh, Eric Gordon is gonna be back with them because he got a player option.
He's still hooping.
You asking? Or you
That's
telling?
you. Fuck you talking about.
Who is it that say Eric
V-
Gordon? They still playing?
Nah, VJ Edgecombe.
That was VJ.
Yeah.
Oh, right. They got the Bahamas link.
It was funny to see Buddy Hield there where he got drafted. Shout out to Buddy.
Why was that funny? You think it's a joke or something?
Kinda. He a funny guy.
He a joke. I'm gonna take him serious though.
I'm gonna take it serious though.
That's all. That's all we got for
How did
free
y'all
agency.
feel about Ace Bailey not flying to Utah right away?
He flying today.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Nope.
Or this is just him?
Just him.
Oh.
I don't think it. I'm so sick of that shit. Everything he doing, they just making a big deal. He went.
I mean, it
he's
is kind
going
of
today.
Yeah, it is kind of like you going 2 days later.
I mean, it was a big deal until they decided that he was going today. Because at
Yeah.
one point they were talking about he might hold out completely. Now that shit would have been absurd. But he's gonna be there. He says he's excited to be a Jazz, even if he don't believe it or you don't believe it. And all he got to do is go hoop, and nobody's gonna give a damn about these last week.
Exactly.
That's
I
it.
do think it's kind of shitty.
I also
that-
don't think it has anything to do with him. I think it's a representation. This is an 18-year-old kid we talking about.
Yeah. Putting a mic in front of like all that attention and media in front of a 18-year-old dude, you can't expect the best.
Nothing he
You don't expect the
said
worst,
has
but
been
you also
negative
you
towards
can't.
Utah though. It's always for like his camp said he canceling, which is always at this point your representation is giving you this guidance. So now whoever in his close circle that helped him pick this representation is where you can give some responsibility. But like, I don't know. I think we got to remember that these are kids and players who are represented by agencies who allowing people to think certain things or allowing them to think that they know more than they do. I wish he was with Clutch because Rich Paul wouldn't have had this shit. looking
He'll
like
end
this.
up there. They always do. Everybody always ends up with Clutch, at least for a little bit, and they'll
Yeah.
figure out if it's for them or not. And then if it's not, they'll go to CAA or some shit like that.
But if you green and you don't know nothing about the NBA world, and you hire
A
your
little green behind the ears.
a little wet behind the ears,
Oh,
and you hire your representation who's supposed to know all of this shit, supposed to guide you right. You know,
Would you ever do like?
we've seen people be told not to take an extension, and it
that was Clutch Sports.
Yeah.
there's no way.
He's still pissed about that.
I thought it
as
was
he
cool
should
that when
be.
LeBron said that Savannah handles all his brand deals, like she does all that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Makes sense though. I think a guy like LeBron should have Savannah do it. What is the negotiation? Hey, I'm LeBron. This is what I want, or this is what we're not gonna do. And most people gonna say, all right, we're gonna do whatever you want. So at that point, yeah, he might as well just let his wife do it.
How is
Kyrie's
he gonna-
stepmom, I think, is part of his
You need that time
representation.
to take care of
That's
that
cool as
body,
hell.
so you can play a few more extra years.
Yeah.
And podcasts.
Yeah, we need the
Big podcast guy.
Man the game, baby.
I saw a rumor that they might bring him on for some coverage on one of these new providers.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they said that.
Because MJ is with who? NBC?
Yeah, and then it was Amazon was interested in signing LeBron. So they trying to get the two GOATs. Y'all got Jordan back. We gonna get
They gonna
LeBron.
find
What if
way
they
to
start
compete.
throwing subliminals to each other through TV?
Now listen, some of these guys are past first superstars. Me myself as Jordan, you know, I'm taking that game-winning shot. I don't believe in kicking it out to Austin Reeves.
I think it's gonna be interesting seeing Jordan be on TV. What do you pay a billionaire to be on TV? Like Jordan did not have to be on TV. He's never been even someone who's been even connected to being on like media. What do you pay him to get him to agree to do this, or did he want to do this?
No idea to either of those questions,
I would
honestly.
assume both. You don't sign
Like
something
what
you
if
don't
the
want
age
to
is,
do.
what, 62? I have to guess. How old is LeBron? I mean, how old
Media is
is
also
Jordan?
new. It's not like how it was.
And it's
10,
not like,
15 years ago.
from what we understand, his role is not going to be he's sitting on a panel every Thursday.
No, it's not gonna be it.
He is 62 years old. Right, yeah. He'll probably do like one spot a month, probably. Like something along those lines. And he'll give his
Aaron
opinion.
Rodgers on a McAfee show type shit.
Aaron Rodgers is so full of it. Talking about when he retire, he going to be gone. No, I guarantee you he going to be still doing media and shit.
Yeah,
he
probably gonna-
like it too much.
Yeah, he's gonna still be on McAfee shows.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna do like
His own shit.
Yeah, he's going to do media. Trust.
Crazy. This is gonna be his last year though.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Damn.
I like his game.
Oh, I wasn't talking about his game. I have no idea
just-
about his game.
Are you talking about him as a Packer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't been that in years.
Yeah. Once a Packer, always a Packer.
I don't know.
It's
Because Jordan Love is the new guy.
It's
Yeah.
Jordan Love who we
Yeah.
hate now. I hate Love.
Jordan Love got to
Well, you're a
focus on
Chiefs
him.
fan, so you
Nah, I
have
do
no
like Jordan, but
affiliation.
Jordan
with
Love
Jordan
is actually a baller.
Right, he a Chiefs fan.
Chiefs fan.
Man, that shit was
Crazy.
fat.
Why you
years
an
ago.
Eagles fan now?
Why?
Because they won.
No.
Oh.
I do like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts cool.
See? I do like that. Yeah, go.
How y'all feeling?
You know, I was thinking also on that flight because I had nothing else to do
The way there or way back?
on the way back. We tell the same stories on this show mostly because we don't create new memories anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with me.
your
Bristol
part.
is a perfect example of like, there's nothing to do, so we didn't do anything. So there's no stories to be made in that entire trip, really.
Motherfuckers
Me
be,
and Austin went out.
To
motherfuckers,
breakfast.
motherfuckers, and it was
That's-
weak.
That's not going out. Did you form a new memory worth talking about? Worth telling? Probably not, right? You went to breakfast with Austin.
But y'all do
It was
be,
ass.
Y'all do
We
be
was-
some y'all do be some what would you call them?
They never. I don't
I've been
know.
more reclusive recently. Maybe that's the way.
Like we was talking about going to the gym. We got up.
Me
we
and
went to the
Darrick
gym.
showed up to the gym.
Well, I don't work out, so that was not for me
We
anyway.
were just vibing though. We ain't like we did it. We ain't do the work. I ain't the
Shit, the way you was talking, I thought you did a full
Well, I mean, it was on
marathon.
I did on the Peloton, but I mean, that
coulda
didn't mean
came in there and got a little
that didn't
pump
mean you
in.
had to do it.
Nah, no, thank you.
Weak
Hit
ass.
some push-ups. Hit the dumbbells a little
I
bit.
can do push-ups at the crib, at the hotel room, in the tub.
You can, but this is why we don't have the memories. You can eat
I'm sure
breakfast
if I
at the
would have been
crib.
there,
You can eat dinner
there is
at the
no
crib.
memories being made from me doing push-ups while
Who
you on
knows?
a
A
Peloton.
lot of the memories we have, I don't. Like, some of those memories we just sat in fucking after the podcast at your old apartment. When I did the ad read, P, come on, come on, hold up. I'm doing this ad read, and it was the hub.
Or like at the when we was working out, I accidentally started drinking Pierre's water.
I'm like, you can keep it. You can keep it, brother. You can keep it.
So you kissed him?
You can keep it.
I guess so.
You gonna sit up there and say, I guess so.
Well, you didn't kiss back. He kissed you.
Well, y'all,
You were a victim.
me and Austin have
North
walked-
Carolina, we went to the hot tub.
Yeah, that was 2019, 2018.
That shit was a fun ass time.
That was
though.
fun.
I do enjoy IRL streaming though. I
That's
think
good.
It is fun, and it's
But I bring that up to say
We went
that
to Target.
I am at fault on some of this stuff because again, I am more reclusive nowadays compared to like 5 years ago.
But yeah, I'm just talking shit though, because I mostly talk about like Vegas or Miami or Houston.
When we in those big places, we do stuff.
Bristol, I ain't
Shit to
blaming
do.
y'all.
But you
I
said
didn't go to
y'all-
that
y'all get
breakfast
what?
shit either.
We had walked to this little smoke shop.
Okay. Y'all
Yeah.
walk there?
After
Yeah.
we
It was
did
that
the
close?
draft, right? Or before?
No, this was before. This,
Oh
was,
boy.
this was like around like 2 or 3.
Y'all
'cause
smoked it after the draft.
Yeah. But we just had time to kill. So he was like, you can walk up there. It's like 15, 20 minutes, whatever. But it was hot as hell.
I was about to say, y'all are nuts.
It was hot. Devon had like a sweatshirt on. And he just cool. And he said, man, it's not even that hot. Bro, you look at me, I'm bullet sweating down my face. I'm like, bro, that's that LA shit. But anyway, so me and Austin, you know, we trying to find some. So I say it's a smoke shop. They said they got some. But it's like a smoke, it's not a dispensary, it's a little smoke shop. And usually at smoke shops, they don't got it.
They had that blueberry raspberry
They had some.
shortcake.
But anyways, we like halfway there, I called up there just to make sure. And I sound like a fed. I'm like, y'all got it up there? He like, yeah, we got it. So I get there. Dude on his phone, laid, like, just sitting back or whatever. He don't even got his shoes on. I said, I just called up, like, y'all got it? Because you can't really see shit in the stove. Like, it just looked like a regular smoke shop. He hopped up into them sandals. He said, yeah, I just cut it a few minutes ago.
Yo, that way at that playing.
Oh, y'all great.
He didn't play Schedule 1.
Literally, that say he cut it a few minutes ago. Pulled that shit out of his damn pocket, damn near.
What the fuck?
What?
You sitting on my cush?
He pulled. I don't know. He like I said, there
He
wasn't
got
nothing
that
around.
real
He
stanky pack.
pulled it out. He's like, yeah, man, you could, you know. He let us see or whatever, and we ended up getting some. But it was just funny. I've never seen somebody damn near just pull that shit out of his back pocket.
In a smoke shop.
Like, bro, y'all should got this shit displayed up so people can see.
Was
but
it decent?
Yeah, it was
You
decent.
got that underarm cush.
Mm-hmm.
I walked into a smoke shop once to like buy a piece, and dude was offering me pre-rolls that he rolled up, and I was like, I'm good.
Pre-rolls that he rolled? Oh,
I put some of my
hell
special
no.
sauce in it.
I ain't got no trust in nobody
He
like that.
He just trying to hustle, KB.
Yeah, that's nuts. Pre-rolls
It's
that
that-
I rolled.
This that, what Beyonce say? Watermelon. This that pack. Lot of season.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
I was not comfortable. I was just like, I'm so good, bro.
He said, yeah, I rubbed it between my thighs for you. You a little bit extra funk.
But as we walking up to it, we see somebody hop out the car.
You crazy.
See somebody hop out the car. This random dude. He go into the shop. He got a big ass smile on his face. I promise you, we seen him later that day at the studio. Walking around to the building. You not gonna know. Me and
Oh,
Austin
okay.
seen him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think Austin pointed it out. He's like, don't that
So
look like
Brian
the dude
Windhorst
from
is in
earlier? No, it wasn't Wendy. It wasn't Wendy.
Right, yeah, he's snitching on
It's
them.
small town though, small town.
It is a small,
Very small town.
town. I was looking up what houses look like in that
Talking
area.
about snitching. It's illegal though.
Houses look decent.
They
Far
don't.
from decent.
What if he
Far
sent,
from
what if,
decent.
well, you ain't see Wendy, but what if Wendy sent them?
I don't blame him. He had a long day.
He had a long day.
Take that. Sit back.
He
and
had so long of a
sit back
day.
and
After we
rewind.
wrapped up,
He
he
was
was
gone.
gone before I even
Yeah.
could say bye. He
Yeah.
dipped out. I'm damn.
Shout out to my boy Wendy, man. Was that shit good? What was the name of it?
I don't think so. I don't think he said no name.
That takes all the fun.
No
huh?
name.
Yeah.
He
Some
called it
Reggie.
no name.
No name
Oh, the
I don't
gypsy.
think it was Reggie. But no, we was outside when we got that message.
You know what's funny? I knew y'all was going to smoke, so I thought you was in the bed asleep already.
No.
Because it seemed like it had been a minute. The fact that y'all was still outside was funny.
But we was outside till like 2. It might be a little bit earlier.
On the day that we went home?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all was
So y'all
out
didn't
late.
really sleep at all then. Y'all didn't get not
I
even
ain't-
2 hours. I
bro,
tried to
I
at
got
least
back in the
2 hours
bed.
in.
I got a
think
nap.
I got like 30 minutes.
Yep.
I got back in the bed. I looked back at my clock again. This shit said like 4 o'clock. Like that shit instantly flew. Like,
It'd
it was
be
time
hard
to
for
get
me
back
to
up.
fall asleep when I know I have a flight that
Same.
early. It just,
I agree.
I don't know why the anxiety just.
Because you don't want to
keeps me
oversleep and miss it.
up. Yeah,
You know what you got to do?
melatonin.
Oh,
That's why I don't believe in alarm clocks.
That shit.
I wake my body up naturally.
I usually do take melatonin if I know I'm taking a flight.
For real?
like
Yeah.
the night before?
Yeah,
Damn.
just so I just know I'm gonna fall asleep and I'm gonna at least get a few hours. Cause like tonight when I leave, I'm gonna probably take a melatonin.
Oh, when's your flight? It is tonight?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So he ain't going to the spade shit.
Yeah, I figured.
yeah, no, I won't be there. I leave at like 6 in the morning.
Damn, you got to do that shit all over again. You going to where?
Orlando.
Orlando. Disney?
Yep.
Wait,
2.5
wait.
hours.
Oh, Disney.
Disney
I thought
World.
the Magic were about to sign you. Free agency 2 days from now. You're taking that trip a little early.
I
It's
was on
illegal.
I'm on a big board, So I'll just be in town in case it happens.
Undrafted free agent type
Yeah.
shit.
Another dude who can't shoot.
Can't guard either.
Hell no.
So now we just bullshitting.
How long are y'all gone?
Oh, what
Till the
part?
4th.
On what fucking part?
What part? The shooting shit, you might have a little bit of a leeway. The guard shit, we just not talking. We not talking about that at all.
That shooting shit.
Do you shoot better than Franz Wagner?
We went in the gym to really, really hoop,
I think so.
and your ass missed every single one. I'm never gonna forget that. And then
That's the biggest dude in the gym.
we got on your ass to hold you accountable, and you looked at us and said, "Cause I want to." Like, oh, okay, no competitive juice. There's no competitive.
That shit
edge.
still never beats today. We was talking about making him that number one option. We talking about we gonna get you going. He looked at us and said, I don't want to be the
I'm
number
good.
one option.
I'm cool.
He said he want to be Draymond.
Get the fuck out of here. Can't dribble for shit.
Yeah, like Draymond do a shit ton of dribbling.
Draymond, your handle compared to, bro, you barely can dribble that silent ball. That motherfucker be bouncing all over the place when you be dribbling that shit. Draymond Green can dribble. Compared to you, you think you can dribble?
No, I'm
So how
very-
could you play a Draymond Green role if you can't dribble? I've never seen you grab and go. Have y'all ever seen him grab and go?
Nope. I've seen him try to take the ball up the floor before at the YMCA. His shoe got stuck and he fell trying to bring
Seriously?
that shit. I'm dead serious. I'm talking about his
You remember
shoes.
Why do I fake remember that? Was that there?
I just remember that was one of the first times I seen some shit like that where he
His
went.
shoe got stuck. What does that mean?
I don't. This
wearing
is
the
how you
big-ass
know he just
leanings.
sloppy. It was just like a sloppy ass play. He just somehow lost the ball after he.
You was playing in Lee Nings?
No,
Never-
I'm just talking. I just know he had
I had
a
a pair
pair
of
when he was
Leanings,
younger.
Them motherfuckers was bogus.
You know who signed in Leaning?
Evan Turner.
Hanson Yang.
Oh, he is?
Makes sense.
Did he just do it or like he's
No, he did his like first interview and he had a Leaning logo on his chest.
Maybe they better now. Maybe they're a lot better now.
They
When I,
could be.
I had the first when they first started. So
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Did you answer the question? When do you come back?
the 4th.
Oh, right after your birthday.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be flying during 4th of July?
turbulence.
No, well, during the day, yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing videos of people flying during 4th of July.
and taking pictures. Of
Yeah, and it should look kind of cool to look out the
Yeah.
window and see all of the.
Well, no, we gonna probably fly back during the day, first flight out. So it won't be no fireworks.
Are you taking a baby?
Yeah.
I hope y'all have a good time.
Did
man.
y'all see that
Really excited for
documentary about that cruise ship?
it. Mm-mm.
There's a documentary on Netflix.
You at your best in the post, is all I'm just saying.
It's called The Poop Cruise or whatever, and it's like from 2012, 2013 or whatever.
The poop?
That's what it was called, The Poop Cruise. Not officially The Poop Cruise.
Just the nickname.
Yeah, like in 20 something, like 13 maybe, there was a cruise, and like the day 4 there was a big ass fire. So they were basically just stranded in the middle of like the Gulf of Mexico, and they were there for a few days. And again, like there's no electricity, so they didn't have no working toilets or nothing like that. That's why they call it like the poop cruise or whatever.
Shit was just stocking.
Bro, I watched that documentary on Netflix. That shit was good. I would recommend
Did
it.
you ever do a?
I would not do a cruise.
Neither would I.
Same.
Elena was talking about a cruise all day. She watched that shit. She's like, you know what? I'm good on it.
I'm so good on the cruise,
I'm good
bro.
on it.
I'm so good.
I know Darrick would.
I'll do what the
it
girls did
sounds-
yesterday. I'll go on a boat with y'all for a few hours, but spending the night and I'm
It was
good.
I think it was like a 4-day trip.
Yeah, I'm
It
good.
was a
I
4-day
told
cruise.
Angie I would do it. I just wouldn't do it with the baby.
I mean that's a lot of sense.
I just don't want to deal with that. I would rather just be completely comfortable
Yeah.
and just try to at least
Man, you
enjoy
want to
it
deal
to-
with your daughter?
on a cruise.
I'm just messing with
Because
you.
then you
bro.
gotta
I'm just
get
messing
you
with
gotta
you,
get
bro.
on and off the boat.
I feel you, though. I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you.
I do like the idea of going to multiple different islands and experiencing different things and like
Mm-hmm.
trying to, you spend 6 hours at this island, 6 hours at that island. I like that idea.
I seen what do they call it, man? What the cops got on the camera?
Oh,
Body cam.
Body cam.
I seen a body cam of them having to arrest a dude. Him and his girl is on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
They stop and get off, and they go somewhere to do like a bar crawl or whatever, and dude start acting a fool. She trying to tell him like, stop, so you don't go to jail over here. Because the police started off cool, but then he kept tweaking, and they arrested his
wow.
ass. And I'm like, what a fucking
Bro,
jackass.
I just saw a video of some locals beating up some dudes that was on a cruise. I had quote tweeted it. I don't know what they did, but just know all the people that was working at that stand, they started jumping them, and one dude got hit with a brick.
No,
I'm
that's insane.
I'm guessing they was trying to walk away without paying, and it got real serious.
On that documentary, like I said, they were stuck. It was like day 4 or whatever. They stuck, and they're trying to just uplift the mood, so they open up all the bars or whatever. So it's 4,000 people just trying to get a free drink and getting drunk as hell on this boat that's stuck in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. And again, it was fights that broke out. People are talking about they having just sex right in the open.
Damn.
Like,
That's,
this shit, it was crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, cruises are known for like being like
All that liquor and that sugar gonna have you having to shit more too.
Cruises are like swinger hubs.
Yeah, they are. Don't you wear a pineapple shirt on the cruise. They're going to think you about that.
Yeah. One of the workers was talking
I
about
saw
that.
like a video about
Boy,
it.
doing his research.
And like it was like and some people put pineapples on their doors, like to let you know that that's what type of
crazy.
time they on. So if you're trying to get down, get down.
Just, if you're trying to get down, get down.
Oh,
fuck are you
bro,
smirking
matter of
for?
fact.
Because I think that shit is hilarious.
There's also
Because how does the pineapple become that simple? Somebody had to do it first, so it has to
Yeah.
do something.
there's also a resort in Mexico that's like what they known for. Like that's what you go
Okay,
there
you
to
know a
do.
little bit too much now.
No, I saw this one black girl when I was looking up places to go. She went to this place called Temptations, and Temptations is this resort where people go to legitimately have sex. And like you can't have your phones out either. Like this resort is real strict on like where your phone is and like how you're placing it. Because like you can essentially walk around naked.
They put your ass in that bag.
Bro, I seen a post
You know what
on
I'm talking
IG that makes a little bit more sense now.
You said what?
You're not going to explain
What the
it?
fuck? That was so strange.
Because it was like, I'm looking
Black
for,
socks, white shoes, by the way.
I'm looking for a girlfriend for my girlfriend for her birthday. All expense paid cruise, like
Oh,
you
I
come
did see
with
that.
it.
I saw that too.
And it was just like, it was so weird, but now it do make a little bit more sense.
But no, but he also
girl got
said,
a
but he
girlfriend.
also
No,
said,
he said he's looking for a girl.
No, I'm singing the song. My girl got a girlfriend.
but also
Chevy
at
blew
the
that
bottom of
girl
that,
away.
he said, we not on the weird shit though.
You have to be.
That's what he put. I don't know. I'm just going based on what I
A
saw.
girlfriend for my girlfriend. I mean, yeah, you're right.
It's for her birthday, he said.
Yeah.
I think he said they were just trying to kick it.
They're going to have a
But you
three-piece.
know what? They're doing more than kicking it. I think he's just
They
saying,
probably
like,
have a
you
little
don't,
three-piece. But yeah, they ain't on no weird shit.
you don't gotta, like, we're not trying to put you in danger.
Oh.
But the cruise was part of like the post. It just aligns now about the like. I never knew that cruises was for, not specifically for swingers, but that's what they be doing.
Y'all doing vacations this offseason?
Jamaica,
Probably.
When is that?
like the end of next month, I think.
I'm going to probably do New York or San Diego. Closer towards the end of summer.
Cool.
I ain't been in New York in a minute. Kind of want to go.
Do both.
Nah.
You're not going nowhere.
No, sir.
You don't seem like
I
it.
had to fly from New York.
I got other stuff
Oh,
going
no,
on
not
this
at once.
Yeah, I got other stuff going on this summer.
Why would you say you don't enjoy vacation, Kate?
Right, he finna have a whole baby.
I like being at home.
Really?
I think you should take a vacation.
I can't now. I have a kid coming in like 3 weeks.
Well, whenever you do like the opportunity arises,
You work a lot for you not to just enjoy not being at home.
You know,
Um,
as much as we travel, we don't go to places that
feel that.
like.
Like
we-
you should
we're
be able to
wanting
go somewhere where you just legitimately just relax.
Yeah.
And just like decompress.
I don't think I'll ever be able to just relax.
That's
No?
what you do on vacation.
But get your big, get his, never gonna be able to relax. His
I don't think I will be able
His
to.
ass just talking.
It's important to just relax and just like
It
take your
really
mind off
is.
stuff.
I'm just saying I don't think my brain is wired that way. I'm gonna always be thinking about the content shit.
Mm. So you
No
said
choice.
content.
That's why I just take like a weekend. You know
Oh,
what
I've
I'm
done that
saying?
before. I don't have, but I could do that at home. Like I've had
Yeah.
weekends where I'm just chilling on the game with y'all. When I didn't do no videos, no nothing.
So what are you talking about there? Because
Just in being away. I just don't.
I
there's no reason for me to
never
do
look. Yeah, I never book no trip where I'm finna be gone for 3 weeks.
Well, I think vacation in my mind is more than a weekend, at least.
You don't
I
have
think
to
of
go
it-
on a vacation.
I
for a
think you can
weekend.
go. Yeah, you can.
I'm not saying it can't happen, but if
Yeah.
I'm gonna book a vacation, I would want to do it more than 2 days. Because if you're gonna
Yeah.
go to somewhere, you kind
Absolutely.
of want to experience it more than a weekend.
But are you
Absolutely.
actually gonna go experience it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna do a
That's
vacation.
why I think like you just need like a weekend. 'Cause-
Yeah, you really do if you're not gonna go experience it.
Uh-huh. But that's why.
But if I'm not gonna go and experience it, then why go anywhere at all?
Because you can go places. So there's a way to go to a vacation and go to like a resort and just be chilling. That's different than going and say, when I went to San Diego, I went to resort. I didn't experience the entire state of
Bro,
San
that's
Diego. I went
what
to
I'm
resort
doing
and had a
when I
good
go to
ass
Jamaica.
time.
They mistake.
So
City.
maybe yeah, the
they,
city.
they did that when you weren't
So
here.
it's like You know what I mean? I think you can. There's multiple ways than one way to identify it. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm sure everybody that goes on a vacation would love to go for a long ass time. But the reality of life is, a lot of us don't have. I damn sure don't be feeling like I got 2 weeks to just go missing. My life ain't set up that way. So I agree with you on that standpoint. But that's why I was like, man, I'm gonna do a weekend. I'm gonna get what I can, and just chill out. Even if you just rest. I also don't think vacation is however you defined it. I don't think you have to go explore if that ain't what you into. Anybody finna go walk around no more fucking.
You be in the house a lot. It's just like getting out the house a little bit. It may help your like the part where you say you can't relax and you can't step away from thinking about content. Maybe getting away from where you do all of that, maybe for like a few days, it could help you.
That's fair. Yeah.
Decompress from all that.
I'm about to like the same as you. Like I'm a
Same.
homebody.
I'm a
for real.
homebody. Yeah.
But like part of me is like I really do want to go to Jamaica because I've never been in no like island situation or where you could see the clear waters and like, I've seen that shit in so many movies and TV shows. Like I want to be able to experience that shit for myself, even if it's for a day or a 2 day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not planning on I'm doing this excursion. I'm gonna do whatever I want and I'm gonna be relaxing. It's my damn vacation.
I think
my
90% of the time those be our girls trying to do that. But when I went to San Diego, I was chilling. I was just happy to be somewhere that had a little beach, a little bit more sunlight. But I'm definitely not talking about something.
You gonna do the ATVs, Mike?
Yeah. She said she's already got that all planned.
ATVs be like
she
my
got
go-to.
the all-terrain shit.
I love going on ATVs. ATVs definitely very fun.
You did one in DR
and
and
Vegas.
Vegas.
Dangerous
DR
too.
and Vegas.
They can definitely be dangerous. But as long as you're safe. You know?
Yeah, usually your instructors.
Just don't be trying to do wheelies while going 40.
Your instructor's leading the pack. You can't go past
Just
them.
listen to instructions.
Yeah.
You'll probably be all right.
Yeah.
And you can't really hurt yourself.
Yeah, do it.
No, you can hurt
You
yourself.
can hurt yourself.
You definitely can.
But like, it's gonna be. You have to be doing some jackass shit to try to hurt
Derrick, your
yourself.
ass always go extreme. All OKC got to do is show up.
Do you remember when his ass said he'll jump out of he'll go skydiving?
I would love
I believe
to
that
go
he would.
skydiving.
I truly
Why
believe that
haven't
Derrick
you?
would.
I'm too big.
Oh.
I think he would.
You got to be under 250 pounds. I haven't been 250 since.
Did you get under that when you went under that when you had your weight loss?
No,
He
I
just
was
said
at
high school. Damn.
I was at 266.
Oh, okay.
See, that's damn close.
You wore that really
It
well.
is, but that last 16 is tough when you already shed it off so much.
Yeah.
Because I remember recently seeing a picture of you when you was in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you
With
I'm
that
like,
red shirt?
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Was it a Levi shirt? I think it was.
Levi
Like,
shirt.
damn, Derrick really.
No, that last 16 was hard. I was kind of stuck, and I didn't know what to do.
I think a lot of people hit that wall on the weight
But
loss
like,
journey.
How
does that work? Because in my mind, your body has a homeostasis weight. Do you think that's just where you were? Because like I know what my weight is, and my weight, no matter how much I try, I mean I don't try by the way, like to lose weight, it won't go beneath that. You know what I mean?
I don't
And
think.
I feel like everybody has that.
But you're also struggling to gain weight, too.
Yeah, I am.
But would you say you're trying to gain weight?
Hell yeah.
Like I know you say you're trying to, but are you actively eating more?
I am the heaviest I've been in like 5 years right now.
Okay.
I'm 141.
What do you want to get to?
150.
Okay.
I mean, last year I was 132.
Damn, you were that little?
Mm-hmm. My lowest is 125 during the pandemic.
I didn't know you ever were that little.
Well, you couldn't tell. We were seeing each other through Zoom for 2 years or for a year.
But even when I saw you in person, like it didn't.
I never
Jace Richardson body, yeah.
I never wear anything where you'd be able to tell. I mean, you could tell I'm skinny now because I'm wearing like a shirt.
I'm not.
But I wear hoodies all the time.
I'm not an eye waiter anyway. I don't look at a move and be like, yeah, Mike is
I don't know how weight works. Like, I wouldn't be able to guess how much you weigh or how
I'm
much
pretty
you
good
weigh.
at guessing weight.
Guess Pierre's weight.
Probably like 220.
So I guess you're not very good at guessing weight.
What are you?
You guessing? Guess again. Let me see what type of hint you think it is.
Higher or lower?
He's not
What
gonna tell
think?
you.
Yeah.
Based on his reaction, I have an idea if that was
Yeah,
too high or
same.
too
I
low.
think it's a little bit. I think it could be either a little bit lower or I'm under.
Take a guess.
Let's see. We want to see if you can guess.
230.
Yeah. 220. I ain't been 220. I think. Let me see. My license may still say 220.
I think my license say 150. I
I've
ain't
been-
been 150 ever. I was wishful thinking.
You told-
I'm say 5'9", 150. Two shits I've never been before.
You are.
I should say 5'11". I think 190.
5'11".
I don't even think I've ever been 190.
I should say 225.
I ain't been 190 since
Oh no,
middle school.
my shit does say 5'7". Okay, 5'7", 145. That's realistic.
Okay.
That's realistic. I was killing. Yeah, man. Because they ain't like they gonna put you on a scale.
Yeah,
You can
no,
say
they
the
literally
fuck
just
you
ask you what's your weight.
Quad said, bro, Devon says, bro does not look 230. What I look?
That's why I gave it a little bit less.
You honestly could go for 220,
That's what I
215.
thought.
Well, to be fair, I haven't weighed myself since I started being more active and eating better. So maybe I did. I highly doubt I dropped 10 pounds though. 200 pounds? Fuck no. I can't remember the last time I was 200 pounds. Devon. I can't remember. Maybe high school. I look at old high school. I look anorexic. Very, very little.
There's a picture of me on, like, with my jersey on, bro. I look so skinny. I look skinny as hell.
Neck all long and shit, but 200, hell no.
It's crazy how when you get older, you kind of the weight just kind of increases. Like, you don't even notice that, like.
Yeah, I mean, you less active and stuff.
Yeah, but, like, you don't even notice, like, where, like, like, when did I go, like, I had told someone, I was like, the 250 to 300 range, I don't remember, like, what happened there. Like, I don't remember going from 250
just a
to
blur.
300. Like, it kind of just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that is because I left high school.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that
And
hour
then-
of gym they used to give us, that
Yeah.
shit is the
Now,
most
We used to use that
underappreciated.
hour too, boy.
Not
We
only
used to
that,
play.
we used to be so bored that, like, we used to all link up to the fucking Y, remember? We would go
Yeah.
out our way to go hoop because you had nothing to really do. Nobody had no money.
And some summers
y'all
we
didn't really
were
have
at
no
the gym
hoes.
5 days a week, like legit at the gym 5 days.
And
a
also
week.
liking
working
up
at
there every day.
Portillo's was not, like, great money, but, like, I was literally working there 40 hours.
Them steps you was taking, ooh, you was getting to it.
And you ain't had no money to fucking order out every night.
No, but he would eat at
I
Portillo's.
would just eat at Portillo's.
No, I'm just talking about in general. When you talk about the difference between gaining weight post high school, you
Oh,
didn't have no
yeah.
money to even.
Yeah.
You had to eat what was in
When
the
I
house.
started to
shit.
make enough where I can comfortably just fuck around with Uber Eats, that's what made me say, you know what, I need to start eating better. That's a different type of luxury to just be like, you know what,
You know what's funny?
Benny Hanna,
Hey, man.
bring this to my dough.
You know what I was thinking, too? So, at first, I wanted a barbecue, like some little shit to have, just like food. But the barbecue areas, they be doing it like that in the pool. So I was like, just get some pizza, make it easier.
But
They closed
I was
Danny's.
finna say,
Hell,
but,
man.
yeah.
We got some of the
They
spots,
asked
but
they wanna
Danny's
pay
was
their
that
rent.
spot.
that's fucking crazy, bro.
Close that shit down.
They should have. They long overdue.
Yeah.
I'm actually mad I was supporting that dumb ass shit. Being behind on your rent is
Bro,
it's like crazy.
But
But
that
like when you
amount-
are hundreds,
$165,000 in debt and rent?
I don't know who worse, them for being that low or the person who owned it and allowed it.
Thinking
Once
they
you
was
get
gonna their
behind
shit
20
back.
racks, we're done. We're done.
I wonder who's gonna take that spot. That's a nice little like prime.
Yeah, it's a
spot.
prime real estate. So, like, I don't understand.
And they just did.
It's in the mall.
They
Yeah.
redid that area too, where it's
Well,
like,
they also use that as an excuse. Maybe that's why.
oh, when they
It
closed
said it hurt
down.
they
They
business.
said that the
I can see
construction
that.
really hurt their
it
business.
It was very tough to go in there. It was
was.
very. It was.
And
a
you don't know
maze.
it's open. You probably can't see it
Yeah,
either. So,
it
like,
was a fucking maze to get in there. But still, that's not an excuse.
Did that
to be
mall
100.
get a lot of traction? I think malls in general probably just lower.
but, like, I think their attraction is there's so many restaurants there.
And it's outside.
It's outside. That's what.
There's
it
like
is.
a
You
ton
can-
of
you can go over
restaurants
there and
now.
just walk
That's
around.
their. I think that's.
It
the
ain't no
direction they're
attraction to
going.
blow no bag.
Dude, that's for sure. Ain't no
Yeah.
fucking store in there worth going to.
Yeah, it's
Barnes
like
and
just
Noble?
Macy's,
That's why I
Barnes
go.
and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, and I go to Pro Jersey.
They said
Barnes
SZA
and
was
Noble.
at that mall.
Who?
Nah,
Somebody saw.
she definitely went at that mall.
It
But
was
yeah,
at Fox Valley.
there was a rumor that somebody seen SZA at Fox Valley.
And like it didn't even make sense. I
They
was, when Angie showed me that, I was like, "Is SZA even in Chicago?" I got it in Chicago, and it was like, and I looked, and I was like, "No, they're in Toronto."
Even if they were, why
Why
Fox
there's
Valley?
not unless you just like, man, I need to get a white shirt because it's just.
But no, you
I
just
need
know.
some
if you're
shit.
in Chicago, you can go to fucking
and SZA can have somebody go get
you
her
go
a shirt.
anywhere. You can go to the water tower. You could go, hell, you go to Woodfield before
drove
you go
all
to
the way to
to Fox Valley.
Fox
Yeah.
Valley's nuts.
When they
You
performing at
was
the
finna be
United
so
Center.
pissed walking in that damn mall.
You
'cause
better
there's
off
not
going
a
to
damn
Oak
shit
Brook. You really read off going to Oak Brook.
Real, no,
290. Boom,
seriously.
boom, boom.
Yeah, yeah.
At least they got more shit that she would spend money on. You got luxury brands in
But
there.
then again,
luxury
you would probably go
places.
to Madison.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
go.
So many better places to
Yeah.
go. You got to fake know somebody in Aurora to go to that fucking mall.
Yeah, she could just go on the Mag Mile.
Yeah. Too many good
The
places.
Mag Mile. I'm old, man. Magnificent Mile is Mag Mile.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Everything is a slang. Everything.
You got to shorten everything.
I'm gonna get on the top. What you? I'm finna go get on my laptop.
Oh. Because I didn't know where that was going. I'm going to get on the
Ari
top.
said something like, "I was AFK."
Oh, you know AFK? Ari said that? That's hilarious,
Really?
bro.
Yes, bro.
The
That's
first time I seen that shit was on
I
Mortal
honestly don't
Kombat.
know what it's short for. I just know that I've been
So,
AFK.
Away
from
controller.
keyboard.
Away
Oh,
from controller, away from
that's what that's
keyboard.
short for?
Controller starts with what, Mike?
It's C, but it don't matter. Same
I
shit.
honestly, when I used to get flagged for being AFK, I used to be like, damn, I was AFK. I didn't know what it meant.
She was at her-
I've been playing 2K before, and somebody late to the radio like, damn, his ass AFK.
She was
Same
at her
shit.
grandma's house and she was complaining that her grandma changed the TV. And Dana was like, it's probably because you was at your iPad. She was like, no, I was AFK.
Hey, one time.
And Dana came in the room and was like, you know what that means? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
One
Away
time,
from keyboard.
I got caught trying to finesse the AFK monitor on Marvel Rivals.
Wait, what happened?
So like Ivy was like laying in bed and like she woke up earlier than anticipated. She was crying. So like I'm sitting there in spawn and they're like, D Mills is AFK. And I'm like, damn, they see me.
You need to kill that.
And then like on the screen, a timer started going down. So I moved out of spawn and went back. Somebody unfortunately was respawning at that time, and they were like, he just walked out of spawn to break the AFK monitor. So he's throwing.
That definitely is signs of throwing.
Oh, I thought you was letting them think you wasn't there to shoot him over. Okay.
No, but I was just like, bro, they don't even know what's going on. Like I'm trying to make sure she gonna go back to sleep.
That game was that important to you, huh?
No,
At
it's
one
just-
point-
it's just
at
that
one point in
rank
life-
game.
Oh, it
That
was
rank
ranked?
game.
Yeah.
They
At
don't let you. They be
one point in life,
penalizing.
2K was more important than water.
Hey,
2K.
I know a couple people that didn't go to school because of 2K.
I didn't miss a couple days of school because of 2K.
You have?
Yeah. When 2K first released, our senior year, I did not go to school that day. I went to a midnight release and played 2K. I didn't
All
go to
day?
school that day. Yeah.
Were you making
Game
videos?
head.
Were you making videos?
Yeah, but I ain't had nobody watching now. But
I
was
think I
making
did that
videos.
for Grand Theft Auto.
You gonna do it again for Grand Theft Auto? Well, we not in school, but like Grand
Are
Theft Auto
those videos
6
still
stuff?
on your channel?
Hell yeah. You can go rewatch them.
Wow.
There's no face cam because that was before people
Well,
used cameras.
I can hear you.
Voice sound all light.
He said I can hear you.
No, he
Just
just
all game.
just
play.
silent.
All game.
It's
play.
almost that time for college football, man.
Bro,
I saw
I'm
you was playing
excited.
the other one yesterday or a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm
man.
mad to come out when I'm gone. Oh no, when I'm gonna be moving. So I won't be able to
You
play
got a
for
crazy
minute.
couple weeks here, brother.
Yeah.
Birthday, Bristol, Orlando, moving.
Yeah.
When we gonna get us a boat?
I don't know. I would love to. I was just telling Angie, I was like, you had fun? She was like, yeah, I was like, bet we should get one then.
Yeah, I heard she had a lot of fun. Or she was turned.
Yeah.
You should get a boat.
Just like to go on. Like they
Yeah. No, I'm not
I
gonna
think
buy a
maybe
yacht.
your owner is in the back, it's into your garage.
I don't ever want to, especially out here in Chicago. It's a whole 7 months where I can't use it. So I feel like owning a yacht in Chicago is either you like selling it in the summer and you renting it out. I feel like there's no other benefit to having it.
I heard they ran into a Karen trying to go to the bathroom.
Oh, I didn't hear that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least she probably just forgot.
I actually hear no stories. Y'all have fun? Yeah. All right. Notice how that conversation went.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
Well, she couldn't drink,
I'm just fucking with you.
so she probably didn't have as much fun as the rest of the girls. So
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know she drink in general.
you have a little drink here, though.
KB, we was trying to figure out what we wanted to eat for the little Sunday thing, and my girl was talking about you. She was talking about
You
Suzanne.
don't have to
too.
worry about me.
That's what I was trying to. I literally said. I explained to her. I said
I appreciate
the
the
last person you got to worry about is KB.
Yeah.
He been doing this shit for so long. He knows how to come prepared.
Fuck around. Y'all got a microwave?
We do.
Nah, I bring my own.
You got a microwave and air fryer.
I could bring my dog.
Oh, you got an air fryer? I might bring a
I'm just
couple
fucking with you. I'm just fucking
boy.
with you. He looked down.
Say I don't know. My cat might try to box.
Cat will get her ass boxed up.
My
Well,
cat got hands.
Suzanne has gestational diabetes, so she probably gonna bring her own food too.
Bro, Penny will fuck your cat up. Only
They
because
probably weigh the same.
Nah, I think she probably weigh more than that cat.
She definitely.
Only because they gonna be in the house and clothes. Outside, your cat will fuck Penny up. Penny won't be able to catch that cat.
Where your cat from?
Wherever
Oh,
he got his
Southside.
cat from. They just aren't from the same place.
Southside? No, where Penny from?
Baltic, Ohio. I've never been there, never seen it, but that's where she's from. That's where she's from, though.
I've always told you could bring your pet over.
I would
I
never
don't
do
care.
that to somebody else.
Like when Mason brought his dog over, I was
He
like,
did?
yeah.
Oh.
I was like, bring him over. The fuck they gonna do?
My
It's my house.
My sister wants me.
Like
to bring-
that's how I view it. This is my house. They gonna have to accept whoever I allow in here. They are allowed in here.
Right, I feel that.
So
The dog can just be such a fucking inconvenience.
he just barked a little bit and he was upset, but I was like, shit, you gonna deal with it.
Yeah. To the house you at right now, or at the old?
Oh yeah, my old place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all.
Where was that, on the balcony?
No, they was just in the living room. I was just like,
It was him and Donut.
yeah, and my cat was just hiding under the chair and just. I was just like, they just don't have to deal with it. Like this is my house.
They definitely will survive.
Yeah, they will be. They will
Did
be
your
okay.
cat come out with company?
Yeah, but there's nowhere to hide in my house really. So kind of
My
have to
cat,
be out
you
there.
not if you come over, unless she really know you, you're not gonna see my cat.
Because I have to close all the doors and stuff. Because Ivy would just go in rooms and shut doors. So like I close doors. There's a gate. He knows not to jump the gate. So like he really can't go nowhere. His way of hiding is still going to blinds, I guess.
Yeah, she be going underneath the bed and she'll just stay there.
Penny used to go under the couch, but she can't fit no more.
Yeah, he used to go under my couch, but we have a new couch, and that couch is like on the ground. So like he can't go under it. He's probably pissed. Because on our old couch, his ass ripped up at the bottom of it and made a hole to where he could like
did
literally
say that.
legitimately go
Bro,
in
I
the
think
couch.
that's what just cats do, bro.
And I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
Our
Only-
old cats did that at my dad's house too.
I was
Yeah,
like,
my
what the
parents' house,
fuck?
they have the same shit.
I'm just like, how did you even think of that?
But he's
But no, but the real thing is trying to get their ass out of there.
Yeah, you can't get him
'Cause
out of there.
You can't, bro. You gotta have like some food or like try to trick them to come out because you're not gonna reach
did you
into
get
that reach into that damn hole.
How did you get your cat out?
We used to push the other side of it.
Yeah, you can kind of do that
If you want to get him out of somewhere, you just got to get a vacuum. You know,
because it do be that big ass lump.
Traumatized.
Trauma.
He's scared of the vacuum. I feel like all cats are scared of vacuum.
Penny's scared of vacuum too, but she just interested in it though. Another great episode.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all watching, listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Excited for free agency. Our next episode is Tuesday, which is right after free agency opens up. As y'all heard, D Mills won't be here, so we'll hold it down for him. Maybe have a different fourth guest in there. Love y'all. See y'all then. Peace.
Peace.